you're admiring. Oh, sorry, your eyes are up there. That's where they are.
Just like for the next 2-3 hours, just straight sit here, just like. What's up, chat? How are you? I'm clicking a few buttons right now, but I hope you are all doing absolutely amazing. Welcome in. Today we are joined by a very special VTuber. That's me, chat. You're very welcome. I'm here today.
I'll just go here. No, yeah, that's really good. I was just gonna go.
Just gonna go edge in the corner a little bit. Everybody say hi to MISCHI. Hi, Kitty. How are you? Thank you for being here.
I'm doing well. Hi, chat. Good to see you guys again. I'm doing solid. It's almost fucking Friday. Thank God.
Yes. You know, I used to care about the weekdays, and then I realized, well, I'm in a subathon, so every day is just like, it just all blends together at this point, you know what I mean?
There's no end. There's no respite.
Yeah, actually, shit. Okay, thanks, Chad. I appreciate that. We just started, guys. We just started. What the heck? Hey, yo, what's this about edging behind the corner? No, don't worry about it, Kara. Don't worry about it. That's for after stream. That doesn't involve you at all. Yeah, look the other way, bro.
So this is the hey Laura, you ever gonna make a blue Twitch?
Look, Missy, this is what I do with every fucking day in my chat for 410 days.
You can make a guys go over follow Alara's secret blue Twitch if you want to see the edging content.
Oh my god. I should just make like a blue Twitch, but then just put like the trollest shit ever, you know what I mean? It's like, oh, here's my boobies, and this is a picture of the birds.
Okay, once upon a time, back when I was a face cam streamer in 2021, I made an OnlyFans account that was and I didn't know how big the feet fetish people were, like how big the community was. I made an account.
You learned.
I learned. I made an account that was like only feet for hands, and it was just videos of me using my feet doing things that hands should be doing, like driving a car and making a sandwich.
Dude, are you like a millionaire? Like,
no, I posted 2 videos, and then I got some like really weird DMs, and I said, oh, no, thank you. I think I'm all right. But damn, I should have gotten early.
Oh my god. Yeah, you be legend now. Like, everybody like, oh my god, that's her. That feet hand lady. Oh my god, she's so cool. She did like all these like old legendary videos. She's a rock star, dude, of the feet community. Like,
no, I have goblin toe. Like, I feel if I were to like upload my photos of my feet to WikiFeet, I would get like a 2.5 star rating. I have like little goblin toes, so I probably wouldn't have made it that big. But hey, there's your idea.
Nah, send me your feet pictures. I'll judge them for you.
Hey, you can just go on my Twitter.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. Oh my god. Yes, we're interacting with Vtubers today, chat. That's right.
Unfortunate.
Oh my god, there was one time my chat when I first started kept asking me to make OnlyFans. So I made an OnlyFans link, but it would take them to buy Super Smash Bros on Amazon.com. Like, oh, you want to smash? Like, here you go, guys.
That's incredible. I had once upon a time, before I actually made a Patreon, I had a link in my card that would take them to the Rick Astley Never Gonna Give You Up YouTube video. I loved Rick rolling my friends, or my community.
Oh, wait, your community is your friends? Oh no.
Sometimes.
Oh no, my chat is not my friend. We are mortal enemies, actually. Like,
you know, I wish my community was comprised of more of my friends. I think a lot of VTubers are like, I have to keep secret. I can't tell my boss. I can't tell anyone. I tell everyone. I tell every single person, like, I'm a VTuber. This is my model. And they're like, oh, that's really cool. Guess how many of my friends have actually turned up to my streams? One of them.
But that's still sweet. I love that, though.
Yeah, no, it's really cool.
I don't know. So every once in a while, like, when I was on my trip, we were talking to this couple, right? And they were asking me, Really, chat? I'm trying to talk. They were asking me where I worked, and I'm like, oh God, what do I say? I'm like, nobody's asked me that in a long time. I'm like, oh, I work for myself at home. They're like, oh, that must be nice.
You have to be so careful because you're like, oh yeah, I'm a content creator, and they go, oh, and you're like, no, please.
Not like that. Not like that. That's not what I meant. They're like, oh, you create that content. Okay, I get it.
Content creator. Yeah, okay, I got it.
Oh my God. Well, welcome in, chat. I hope you're all doing absolutely incredible. Today is the very first time that we're going to be doing Thursday tea. That is right. Michi was very nice enough to join us today. Bless us with her presence. We're just going to yip yap some VTuber news. You know, you guys are always very interested in talking news to me. I always appreciate that. However, I would love to talk with some fellow VTubers about what's going on in our space, guys. So you know what? Kind of podcast format. We're just going to yip yap, just talk with you guys about what's going on. And we want to hear from you as well while we talk about it. So as you guys know, if you've ever showed up to my news before, I fucking hate it here, dude. I fucking hate it here. You know, we talk a lot of fucking VTuber news here, Dad. And I always love discussing with you, so I felt like this would be a lot of fun. Try something new today. Of course, with a very hot, you know, lady VTuber as well, so, you know, that does kind of help.
This is where I would break out the gam titties anytime someone's like, oh, look at this hot, sexy specimen right here. No!
What is this? I did not warn you how crazy it gets in here.
Girl,
I am so sorry.
I've been in your chat. I've been in your streams. I know.
I know, but like, I didn't get into the preface warning. Just like, I should have been like, yeah, but God, what the fuck is this, dude? I'm like, we're like zooming. I'm supposed to be like a good collaborator and be like, oh yeah, by the way, so my chat gets a little crazy. Like,
is it broken?
Oh no, it just does this.
Oh, very nice, very good.
Yeah, no, it just kind of does this for a while, and then you know, eventually it stops one day. I don't know when that day is, but you know, it does stop eventually. Fucking finally, dude. I'm thinking just like, wee. Fucking Christ. What you up to, chat? How are you? How was your Thursday? Tell me all about your day. I want to know. Michi, have you been telling your community about your move and everything like that? Like they know about that?
They're actually very excited because that means I'm dating Bean V2, who is another content creator, and he's been on hiatus for like almost a year now. So they're just as excited to bully him as I do every day in our relationship whenever he finally comes back to streaming. They're not as excited for me to come back. They're excited for my rat boyfriend to come back because they bully me enough. I can take it, but they're like, we need new bully content. We need someone else to do it because Mishi's no fun anymore. We can't bully her anymore. I was like, okay.
I love that. We need to bully that guy. Yeah, I love that so much. That's awesome. So yeah, sorry, good. You know your old news. We want to bully your boyfriend, so that's more, it is. That's more entertaining. Fresh meat.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly. Well, Michi just did a huge move, guys. Like, crazy big move. So, but I'm happy you're getting settled and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm really excited because it also means I was living with my family before, so there's only so many times that you have to hold in like I don't know. I feel like there's only time you can scream like expletives and cursed shit without your mom texting you at 3 a.m. being like, "Honey, can you not? It's 3 a.m. Please." So I'll be like,
dude,
sorry, mom.
There is no way I could do that in front of my parents, dude. There is absolutely no way.
There's one time I went downstairs I was doing a punishment wheel, and I was like so sweaty, and my mom's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I have to grab a bunch of ice to put down my pants." And she's like, "I don't."
I have no words.
She's like on the phone with my uncle, and they're like, "Oh, how's Mishi?" And she's like, "Yeah, how's my 30-year-old daughter who works from home and puts ice down her pants for fun in her free time? I don't know." I wish she would get out of my house.
You're winning. What are you talking about? That's pink. What do you mean?
But yeah, it's really cool to have my own office now, because that means when I do my 3D debut next month, that means I have a lot more space to work with and do. I don't know if I can do backflips and shit, but it should be able to be a little bit more fun.
Yeah, I don't think my joints are going to let me do any backflips. Sorry, Chad. I'm going to put that out there right now. There'll be no backflips.
30 years old, I'm lucky if I can get out of the car. If I can get up from a seated position without going, like, please. But yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It's been, I've loved your streams for so long, especially the news segments.
Thank you. I appreciate
being on chat side of the screen. So it's fun to be out here.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to have you here, and we're gonna chit chat about all the recent stuff, chap. We're not holding back this time. We're gonna be talking about all of it. We're gonna be talking about the powder stuff, the Black VTuber Award stuff. You know what? We go through the face and jelly stuff. Anything that you can imagine that has happened in the past 2 weeks, we're probably gonna talk about it. So, yeah, what's up, VTubing Explained? He's a pretty good guy as well. If you need a good catch up, he does really nice videos. He'll be like, the blah 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 situation explained in 5 minutes. He's a really good source for that. So if you're looking for VTuber news people, he's a great resource. Yeah, but I totally get that coming downstairs and your partner being like, or just whoever, right? Being like, what the fuck? Like, I remember one time I walked downstairs and my partner, she's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. She's like, "Well, I heard you yell about shoving something up your ass, so I just want to make sure you're okay." I'm like, bro, I'm so cooked. I'm so cooked.
Like, I just didn't know my family. I didn't want my family to know that much about me. That's all. Now I think I'll forever have a changed relationship with my parents. They did agree to come on stream eventually, though.
Oh, how did that go? Like, my chat wants me to bring my dad on all the time, but I'm kind of nervous to do it.
I just don't want my dad, like, my chat just has to be so, I'm like, please don't make any titty jokes. Please don't make any titty jokes. Don't pull up clips. Don't do anything weird with my father on the horn, because he'll be able to see it all. But it honestly went pretty well. My mom, when I first showed my mom about VTubing, I sat her down in front of my model, like my live 2D model, and she tried like waving her hands around. She's like, "Oh, right. It can't even track the arms? That's lame." And then she got up and she left the room, and I said, "Thanks, Mom."
Oh, Thanks, Mom. She took one look at your model. She's like, "Well, this fucking sucks." And then just leave.
She's like, "That's not even cool." She was also very drunk from Korean barbecues, so I don't blame her that much. But
oh my god.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
I get drunk at Korean barbecue, but more like a food coma, you know what I mean? Like, every time I eat there, I feel like I'm fucking pregnant. I'm like, okay, I gotta go die
It feels like Thanksgiving part 2. At this point, I should just start wearing sweatpants like 24/7 because of the sheer amount of occasions that I go out, and I'm like, for Valentine's Day, it's like, this like sensual, sexy, passionate holiday. Dude, my boyfriend and I, we went out, we gorged ourselves on an entire tray of barbecue nachos. We had pulled pork tacos and like gigantic drinks, and we had to roll ourselves home like Violet Beauregard in the Willy Wonka movies.
I love that though. Now, honestly, like, guys, if you ever see a very short girl wearing sweatpants, that's me. I wear sweatpants everywhere. Like, no joke. That is my secret. I go to the grocery store, sweatpants. I go to Walgreens, fucking sweatpants. Like, I just decided a long time ago, I want to wear pajamas everywhere I go, and sweatpants are the closest thing.
God damn it, you did it.
Yep. I'm like, if I go work out, yeah, I don't wear sweatpants in, but that's about it. Everywhere else, like, dude, I'm wearing sweatpants right now. Like,
I don't think I'm wearing any pants right now, actually. I am the VTuber stereotype right now.
Nah, I love that. Like, I'm not wearing a bra. Like, don't worry about it. Like,
I don't think I'm gonna be so real. I don't think I've worn a bra in like 2.5 years. Genuinely.
lucky.
Yeah. I think if we could
amazing.
even if we had to compare like real life sizes, I've seen your IRL streams. I think it would probably be something like this. And yeah, there's definitely a difference in your need for a bra versus my need for a bra.
I understand. I understand. Look, well, once you have like a lot too, you realize how horrible it is. Like, you know, you're kind of like, oh yeah, like, well, they love my titties, so yeah, you know, like this is gonna be great. No, it's actually not that great. It's really not.
You were talking about them the other day on stream, and one of my best friends, she has been to the doctor. If you want insurance to pay for that reduction, let me tell you the secret. You go to the ER and you complain that you think you're having a heart attack, and you know what they'll tell you? They said, "Girl, you got too big of titties." They said, "You got massive tits. You ain't got no heart attack."
Oh God, I'm suddenly having a heart attack. I need to go. I need to leave stream immediately to get a breast reduction.
She did that, I think. Yeah, she did that, I think, 3 times over the course of like 2 years. And then insurance was like, God, fine. I guess we'll pay for your breast reduction. Fine. But yeah, she got it paid.
Okay, so chat, if I suddenly have 3 heart attacks this year,
don't blame me for Elara's boob change size. I'm not to be blamed.
Dude, it's horrible though, because like, every time I've actually tried to go through the process through my insurance, they always try to classify it as cosmetic, and you have to fight it so hard. And then even if you meet with a professional and stuff, they're always like, nope.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, make them pay for like 3 emergency bills, and maybe that's what it is.
Yeah,
like,
there you go.
Okay,
that's what it is. They don't want to pay for the
surgery by
emergency
now.
bills. That's exactly what it is.
Rack them up.
Like, my chest is caving in from the pressure. Please give me reduction.
Yeah, I don't envy the big booby life. As cool as it would be, but there's also like it's so funny because she only wears like big baggy shirts, and so sometimes she'll wear something that's like form fitting, and I'm like, God, girl, I forgot you had a form. I forgot you had a shape that wasn't just titty. You know what I mean?
It sucks because like, if you wear something bigger too, you look fat because everything just like sticks out so far, right? So it's like you can't like wear like nice like tops. You can't wear all the cute stuff.
It's
like
hard.
Even like getting in like a fucking swimsuit sucks. It's not all it's cracked up to be. You know, like everybody loves boobas so much, but at the end of the day, guys, when you have to carry the boobas, it's really not as great as it seems.
You carry the boobas, you carry the responsibility of the boobas too.
That's right.
You carry the back pain of the boobas.
Yeah, exactly. With great titty comes great back pain.
They need to put that in the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm sure somebody could use AI to like do that now. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I fucking believe it as someone with somewhat big boobs myself. I look, from one girly to another. I am so sorry. May your shoulders rest in peace.
All right.
All the titty, all the responsibility that has to be shouldered. Yeah, exactly. It's all true. But I'm very excited today to chat some VTuber news with all of you. I know we kind of caught up on some things yesterday, but there's been a lot. There's been so much that's been going around.
It's a busy news cycle.
Yeah, it's kind of been crazy because I thought, you know, coming back from my trip, it wouldn't be too bad. You know, it didn't seem like a lot was coming back. But if you don't know, there's a curse of news tubers, right? Anytime that either me, Rima, False ID, or Lydia go on vacation, something happens. So luckily, nothing happened this time. I'm like, the curse is broken, yes.
Oh.
But yeah, we definitely got quite lucky while I was gone. It wasn't too bad. Early March would be more peaceful, right? Yeah, sure thing, bro. Whatever.
I feel like it's going to be called March Madness for other reasons.
Yeah, no, there's always something to talk about. It always seems like something is going on. Look, guys, I would love if I had to cancel a news segment because there wasn't anything to talk about. That's the dream, chat. That's the dream, bud.
It's like a doctor being like, "Oh, you don't have to come into work today. There's actually no patients." It's like, "Oh, thank God."
Yes, yes.
No.
Well, I mean, it's not like you get a day off, right? You know, I gotta get these 77 hours down. So,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I forgot about that. That's very true.
yep. No, I'm stuck here for a while, but I did want to ask you, have you seen what's been going on with Filian recently? He's actually been gone for quite a while. Last thing she did was a collab. And everybody's kind of like guessing or wondering where she is right now.
I'm not like a huge Filian watcher, but I didn't know that she was gone. The very first piece of information I had that was like, oh, Filian's been gone, was the whole cha-cha thing. But the second one
Yes.
but the second one was when someone just posted It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the conspiracy theory board, talking about
yes.
her videos and like all of her like privating videos and like all like the like subtle like signs and clues and stuff. And someone's like, I can't tell if this is like the greatest conspiracy theory of all time or if she dead ass just privated some videos for a re-debut.
Yeah, so like apparently I actually pulled this thing here from Reddit and I took a quick look at it. I haven't really like dived into it like super duper heavily, right? But there's this thing that's called ARG, and it's kind of like it's almost like these like little hints that she's like leaving behind in
Yeah.
like certain stuff. So it's almost like and it's like these cryptic messages, which I haven't really dived into it much. Obviously these other people that are part of Filian's fan base are really like into it. They've been diving into it like crazy. And they found like all this stuff and they think that they know when she's coming back, all this other thing. So like I don't know if it's like the Always Sunny thing, right? If it's just like bullshit or not, right? But it's quite interesting because I'm like, that's actually a really fun idea to leave something with your fans.
Absolutely. I think that would be like a wonderful, just like a fun, especially if you're going to be gone for that long, giving them like sort of like a scavenger hunt almost of like, hey, like here's some fun stuff to do related to me and my content, generate hype, generate interest for my hiatus. Like that's a really smart idea.
I mean, because like you said here, I think Abel shared this the other day. She privated a ton of videos, chat. She's right here yesterday. So she lost 325 billion views. It has privated, over 328 videos. I mean, that is actually kind of insane if you think about it. That is so much.
Yep.
So a lot of people are kind of wondering what that's all about. Is she gonna come back? Is she gonna re-debut? But what exactly does it mean? I have some theories, but I'm gonna hear from you first before I do get on like tinfoil hat.
I don't know. It's before we start putting the connecting the cotton like the little strings.
Yeah, exactly.
On the word. I think that if she's been gone this long, I really feel like I don't know, a re-debut would be really fun because obviously she's gotten into trouble before for like the IP usage of her models and stuff like that. So I think honestly it would be not only a really fun thing for her and her community, but I think it would be just a smart thing overall if she wanted to do a re-debut, like have her own actual it doesn't have to be like super crazy. It doesn't have to be like how Vienna changed. She's a bat now. Like that's really cool. Well, allegedly.
yeah. With Indy, I love that.
Yeah, that was really
so
cool.
Cute.
The trailer was so cute too. But I think it'd be really smart for her to come back and she can have like her own character. She can own her own character concept and all that stuff. Because she's already so big, and I think that I don't know, like. It would just be a smart decision. It would be something that would be fun for her and her community. So I think a re-debut makes a lot of sense considering the time, like the amount of time that she's been off. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a huge Filian watcher, and I don't remember if she was like hinting at anything before she left, or because I think it was just kind of like cold, right? She just kind of went like all right, and then fell off.
I mean, as far as I know, again, I'm not a big Filian watcher either, so maybe some of the Filian fans out there can maybe fill in the gaps. But as far as I know, yeah, she just kind of like just disappeared. She just straight up just she had that collab, and then she was like, "All right, bye." Like that was kind of it. So,
Peace out.
I do kind of I'm gonna get a little tinfoil hat here, but obviously we all remember the big thing. But Filian was she had the thing with her model, right, where she was putting up the statue, the ninja of it. And then she got a notification from the artist that was like, hey, this is not a model that is for free use, right? There was more to it as well. She said she downloaded the model legally and used it as well. So it was kind of like, ooh, so, you might have some legal problems with that. She did come back on stream. She did mention that she had resolved it with the artist. So that was kind of the last we heard. So, and that was great, right? We just kind of wanted the acknowledgement. Selling behind closed doors, I think, is the best way to go. There was no need for us to get any kind of, big news or anything out of that, right? That's between her and the artist. So now I'm going to be a little bit tinfoil hat here because I do agree that she's probably going to re-debut. But I think that I've been thinking about it, right? Why would she private all of these videos, right? This is a lot of videos. So
It is.
and it's not all of her content either, right? She's left some of her stuff up, but nobody just privates that stuff for no reason, right? Like, that's a really big deal to do, right? That's a lot of money lost. That's a lot of views. I don't see why you would do that, right? So I have a bit of a conspiracy theory here, but I have a feeling that potentially there might be some kind of legal trouble with their prior model. And I think she maybe decided to take off to re-debut because, well, number one, she might have had this legal problem that came up with using that old model. And she wants to get her new model all set up and everything like that, kind of move forward. It's very odd, right? To basically just kind of suddenly drop, lose all these videos. I mean, I know it's a little out there, right? It's probably that's not the case, but again, nobody just privates 328 videos that have 325 million views for no fucking reason, like you're still going to generate money from that every single day.
100%. And I think that does make sense. Like, I don't know if there was, because she's had a couple of different models that she's used before. They've all kind of been in the similar, like, they've all had a very similar look. But I wonder if all of the videos that she privated were like with a specific model, or like, because I unless there's like an archive or something, unless someone has like a list, maybe it would be really hard to know. But that would make sense. My question would be, if there was legal trouble with it, is it something that is her hiatus, like something that she planned, or is it something that like, hey, you actually need to not stream with the model like right now, and then I don't know. The ARG stuff is really cool, but now I'm just wondering, like, is it really like, okay, here's some breadcrumbs, we're gonna take this, we're gonna make a sandwich?
Because she darkened like her PFP, right? So that was kind of like the first hint. Everybody's like, oh my god, like what the fuck is this, right? But then if you look here, all of her videos were kind of when she stopped right around 2 months ago. I mean, it looks like she has stuff that has her model on it, right? Then you go look at the shorts. Let me see when this last one was posted. This one was from 2 months ago, so it's around the same like time. You know what I mean? Like it's not like the time is any different in that. So I don't know if these particular videos are specific ones. I don't know if it has to do with a specific VTuber, because it does seem like, again, she kept up maybe what we would consider more controversial, right? Like a Cinder one, she kept that one up. He's had no problem with that. Maybe Demi would, I wouldn't really say Demi's not controversial, but he's had like more of a recent thing with the view botting stuff. Maybe it was because of that, right? Maybe it was just a specific creator, but it doesn't even look that way. So if she's able to kind of keep this model up, she's had even Pippa stuff as well. I
just
really
makes
just
me
have no
so
fucking
much
idea.
it just makes I want to get my hands on like the list of videos that she privated. That's because I feel like that would answer so many questions. And I think that might be what's generating a lot of interest is like why those specific videos. Either way, if she does, do which it sounds like a re-debut would be possible. I think the hiatus of like going cold turkey would also make sense because if she did have to spontaneously get a new model, it takes time. It takes time to,
Yep.
Get a model, do the character design, do the rigging and stuff like that. It
Yep.
takes a hot minute. So the amount of time she's been gone does make sense for sure. And then, all the art is because I'm assuming she would want to make a big event out of it. She's like, okay, cool. Now we have the commercial rights. Let's do like a full official drop. Let's do some fun stuff behind the scenes.
And she's 3D as well, right? So that's even of a harder setup.
Oh yeah.
Or at least like light 2D is just more like adjustment of like your mouth and like your face, right? The physics are kind of what they are, right? But everything else is like, with 3D, like it's so much more intricate, right? And even though she's does VR chat stuff, she still does stuff outside of that, and that's probably her future direction as well. But I agree, like I do want to know exactly like what videos she's like took down and how that kind of goes in line with her re-debut, because I know she's talked about getting her own model before, right? That's never been like a big surprise or like a big secret or anything like that. But
yeah,
I do just wonder, why would she take down stuff even to re-debut, right? Like that, she already has all these other videos that are clearly her old model. Yeah. So how does that kind of play into that? It's a weird question. I don't know.
It's like I'm just curious more than anything. I was like, I'm not gonna start picking at the breadcrumbs. I'm not gonna start, putting pegs on the corkboard. But I'm very curious, and I'm sure I'll see like on Reddit or on Twitter and stuff when people see changes like, ooh, maybe she has like a new PFP, maybe this thing happened. So I'm very curious to see what will happen when she comes back for sure.
Walk says in chat here, let me see here. So the end of her collapse, she said she was going to go a while and hinted a big upcoming project. So yeah, I kind of wonder what that would be, right? Like what, you take multiple months off, right, to make a project of that scope, right? I mean, like, let's think of what Filian said in the past, right? She's put on the Vtuber Awards. That was huge. She put on that soccer game. That was really cool. So I really wonder what is next, right? Because for Filian, like, she's always been ahead of the meta, right? Like, she is putting on always these big productions. She's always really bringing, like, super cool energy into stuff as well with her, oh my god, my microphone is weird. She always brings in this really cool stuff with her content as well. So I'm just kind of like, and I'm just kind of wondering, if anything, like, I don't want to get too schizo about it. I don't want to like freak out and be like, oh my god, it's definitely this, right? But I just kind of wonder, like, why would you take down all the videos if you're just gonna re-debut? Like, what? That part for me is kind of what I'm hung up on. What does that play into exactly?
Yeah, I do wonder, because I mean, even if it was an event, because I feel like one of the biggest fears, maybe it's different because she has such a large platform that it doesn't matter as much, but like I feel like one of the biggest fears for a lot of VTubers is taking a hiatus, because no matter what, I feel like it's very uncommon, and this happened to me too. Right after I got partner, I had to take an unintentional hiatus. And but you're afraid of losing like that like little core part of your audience.
Yeah, losing all of it.
Yeah. So to go on a hiatus for that long, I'm just curious, is it just if it was a re-debut, or maybe like it really is some like secret upcoming project that maybe involves a new model? Maybe the model is integral to. I don't know, and
it's got to be a re-debut. Yeah, it's got to be a re-debut. I think we know that. It's just kind of the details along are kind of like the big question, right?
What kind of event is going to go along with the re-debut? Because she's done huge things, like you said. She's put on like the VTuber Award. She's hosted like a bunch of dating shows. She's done so much, like these like huge events that like objectively take a while, take a lot of collaboration, take a lot of resources. So very curious to see what she has coming up.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be wild. And apparently the fuss and ending should of Europe that leads to an ARG gamer new lore. Gotcha. I mean, it sounds like Filian though, right? Like Filian is gonna do something really creative, really fun as well. So I can totally see that, to be honest. Like that doesn't even surprise me one bit to see that from her. But it's certainly interesting. I'll definitely keep you up to date, chat, just because every day I think Kasahana's really been the one that's on this. Like I kind of see it, but it's not like something I would normally like super like jump and pounce on, right? But Kasahana's been really on it. So I would definitely check with him because he knows his shit about it. If it's like Filian or Nurasama, he knows all about it. Like he is on top of it.
Both the Filian and the neural lore goes crazy. Like I feel like you need a separate compartment of your brain for all like the neural lore.
The scavenger hunt has been extravagant, leading to old videos and whatnot. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So again, I've seen like the whole document people have been putting out about it. It's pretty wild.
I wonder if old videos or any of them, like, did she private some of the old videos to like post them elsewhere, maybe as Easter eggs as part of the scavenger hunt?
Yeah, I don't know, but I mean, this is based off of her old, like her current YouTube, right? So she'd be privating just older videos. But again, like, why would you even need to? Why would you need to do that for the ARG? Like,
yeah, I feel like you can just make
know.
new content for it.
Yeah, I think that the re-debut is coming for sure. I think that there might have been a little bit illegal something in there. That's my guess right now. I think that you're not going to delist all those videos for no reason, but maybe they're just so old, or maybe she said something in it she wasn't happy about.
Yeah.
I don't know, right? There's definitely going to be a strong reason to want to lose that much, right? I mean, even if you said, these videos continue to generate, $1,000 a video, right? I mean, that times about 328. That's a lot of money. So, you know what I mean? So,
it's a lot of money. It's not some pocket change.
Yeah, that's not just something you just throw away lightly. So, I don't know. Very interesting. I guess we'll see, chat. I'd love to hear your thoughts as well. What you think is going on with this one? Because, yeah, I'm stumped. I'm absolutely stumped.
Chat's a lot more clued in than we could be, or some people, hopefully.
I mean, even so, Captain, like, if she wanted to hypothetically deal with, like, a past controversy, right, wouldn't that be more around her current model? Because her current model is the one that she had problems with, right? So, like, if we went over here, we saw every single one of her videos taken down with her current model, okay, then maybe I could kind of see something about that, right? Where it'd be like, okay, that's probably why, but that's not the case, so.
Also, can I just say really quickly, how can you read your chat in this fucked up font? This is so...
I don't know, I'm just used to it, like... Yeah, no, I'm just getting used to it. That's
I don't know if it's the autism in me, but I'm like, this
You're like...
It hurts my brain to look at, and I'm like, I'll just.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Like, I did the like regular Twitch chat a long time ago, so that's why. Oh no. Well, yeah, look at the screen. Like that is what I'm seeing on my chat box as well. So it's just.
I mean, kudos to you that you've trained your brain to be able to read it like that.
My eyeballs are built different, bro.
I'm just like, I'm reading all, I'm like, ooh, daily milk, mega milk, and then I look over here, I'm like,
oh my god. I don't know, it doesn't bother me, but I can totally see how it bothers somebody else. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. No, I'm gonna have to make like a separate chat, be like, this is my collab chat without the font.
Honestly, you know what? Here, let me just pull up, which I'm a bad collab person because I didn't have your stream already pulled up.
Oh my god, no, you're fine.
I'm gonna pull up your chat just specifically so I can read it.
I love it. Well, guys, we'll certainly see what happens with Filian here in the future. I'm definitely excited though. There's gonna be a re-debut on the horizon, so that'll certainly be a really big deal. Considering how big of a VTuber she is, I mean, arguably she is the biggest VTuber out there as far as it goes with the indies, right? I mean, she is massive. She's bigger than Shy Lily when it comes to actual, like, if you compare numbers to numbers, like, she's up there. Like, so I do think that... You see why I ignore my chat? You're fucking
Yeah.
fired, chat. You're all fired. Get out of here.
fired.
You're fired,
Is
chat.
this the right one? Oh, that's my egghead. Should I was like, I can try and be
Girl,
bald
I
with
have
you. If that would
headphone
make you
kid.
feel
Like,
better.
part
But
of my
damn,
head is missing. It's not even
you
an
got
egg.
that. I was gonna say, you got that. Like, that's like a shape like a shield. You're trying to defend.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to defend my fucking hairline. What do you think? Like, oh my
I'm
god.
doing all kinds of stuff. Let's see.
Dude,
Here.
your forehead is like extra long now. Oh no, it looks like mine. I have like 5 heads. Oh my god. Cucumber hairline, holy. Rise of the head shield.
You can make that feel like a family crest type thing. It's so
Oh
good.
my god. Do not give them ideas. No, don't give them ideas. What are you thinking? They're gonna get straight into watch. I'm gonna go to my Discord server. There's gonna be a fucking like bald head shield.
The Elara Mega Mom.
Oh my god. Oh no. Well, they've already done the Mega Mind. Actually, I think we have a
Really?
a moat for that actually, but
That's
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, they love to do that to me. So fuck. Bro, speaking of Megamind, you know, I don't know how I deal with all this bullshit that goes on Twitter all the time, because you know, I made a video the other day about the Black VTuber awards, and it was just like there was some real brain dead takes on that one. Like, I think I lost brain cells from that one.
I came in the other day right when you were talking about it, how it's like, oh, some, like, I don't even remember what the exact tweet was, but it was basically like, how did I learn about this from someone with like G-cup anime titties? I was like, what does that have
tentacles.
to do with anything? Like,
Yeah, tentacles. I'm like,
oh,
bro, I don't know. I think tentacles are just a big normie, so yeah, because I know from the Smash Bros community, that's where I remember him, but I've never seen him like cross interact with VTubers, so I was like, oh my god, are you serious, dude? Like,
oh no.
holy.
In the crossfire, but yeah, it's like, it's already hard enough to just be a woman on the internet, and just like, let alone because people don't take you as seriously. God forbid you have any aspect of your model that like could be perceived as like sexual or anything, even though your model, your titties specifically, that's just IRL you. Those are just your IRL titties in 2D form. And so
like,
it's like
I get chat members that pop in near MISCHI all the time, and they're like, oh, why are they so big? And we're like, well, if I turned on my fucking webcam, they'd still be that big. So what do you want from me? You know, like,
I can
there's
send
no
you
escape.
This is, see, some people use like, they're like, ooh, I want my VTuber model to represent me. I use my VTuber model as escapism because I can send you a video of me in a compression top going on a jog, and some woman came up to me, she's like, oh my god, it's so nice that you don't have to wear a bra when you run. And I went, thanks. Yeah, no, it's really cool, isn't it? It's so good. Thanks for pointing that out. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So I have titties.
Damn, bro. Oh
I
my
have
god.
titties because I can't have them in real life.
Damn, dude.
Like, yeah, it's like you have any like sexualized aspect of your model, or they could even possibly be sexualized, and people just like think that you don't have anything to offer, that there's like nothing in your brain, that it's all in your titties, and it's like both my titties and my brain can be full. I'll have you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's also like, I mean, it's rooted in misogyny as well, right? To straight up just be like, oh yeah, so you have big titties, so you're dumb, you're a bimbo. Like, no, you know, I can also have brain cells in all 3 parts.
It's, yeah.
That was meant to be a dumb statement because you can't have brain cells in your boobs. But anyway, chat, the point is that, yes, you can't sit there and be like, oh, well, just because you have your big chest means you're stupid, right? Like, that's not how that works at all.
I feel like it's also very like much like pointing with one finger and then pointing like 3 back at you, because I feel like a lot of those kind of people too, they're like, oh, I'm not going to take this person seriously because they have big titties. But if they like, if you look at what they want in a partner, they're like, oh, she's got to have big titties. I couldn't even date someone if she had small titties. It's like, okay, you're just telling on yourself now, basically.
Exactly.
You're just
so
saying
true.
that you're just rooting yourself out as a misogynist in general. It has nothing. I just, I hate it.
But like, I remember one time too. Like it doesn't matter what you do, right? Like how you cover news or whatever, right? People are gonna hate on you regardless. You can literally just like be like, I think I mentioned this to you. You can be like false ID, right? You can literally just read the fucking news like for what it is, and people will be like, "Oh my god, you're a horrible person. You can't even report on the news correctly." And it's like, I literally just read a tweet out loud. Like, what do you want from me? You know, like there's no escape, right? Like, okay, I'll tell you another time. So I remember I covered a story, right? And my chat was very giving that day. Like they gifted like 100 subs or something. It was wild. This was way before Subathon, and I was like, I was being very thankful. I was like, thank you guys so much. Taking the time away from the story for a bit to acknowledge them, celebrate them. We did a bunch of celebrations on us. So moving back to the news, people were complaining that they were like, "Oh my god, how dare you not take the news seriously?" I'm like,
you
what?
can't win.
Because my community was nice. Like, what do you want me to do?
What would you rather do? Like, thanks for the subs. All right, let's get back to the real things that matter. Like,
yeah, chat. Fuck you and your subs. Sorry, the people on Twitter think it's more important to talk about this news story. So, get ignored, middle finger.
It's just no matter what you do, especially being in an internet space in the current culture, it's like you're not going to win everyone over. You're not going to please everyone, and you're always going to undergo criticism, whether it's valid or not, because people just, I don't know. I feel like there's just this. I feel like the internet is angrier now than it ever used to be.
Oh my god, that's so true. It's so true. Like, I even remember, I've been around a while. You know this, right? I've been VTubing for since August 2021. I will tell you that the space used to be so much different. Even just VTubing, right? Now, it has become so aggressive now. It's really quite sad. I have to say, everybody wants to attack you for having an opinion. Even it could be like the sky is blue and people will be like, the sky's purple. Like, doesn't matter what you do. Everybody's just after you for some fucking reason.
Yeah, I feel like it's just because there's been so much of like, I don't know, like a polarity split. It's like everyone's a lot more defensive now than I feel like they used to be. And I hear people talking about like the golden age of VTubing. It's like, oh, VTubing used to be so different. VTubing used to be this. I never got to experience the good side of VTubing. I debuted November of 2024. This is all I've ever known. But I feel like, especially in the last like 6-8 months, it's gotten even worse. Yep. I'm not going to blame any specific reasons. We can all assume. But
you can apply whatever thing you want to that. Whatever context you want to throw into that.
XYZ. Yeah. But I feel like grifters, there's no punishment for spreading misinformation. I feel like the only, if anything, it's rewarded. Like, grifting used to be something that was, like, just really looked down on. And now it's a legitimate career for some people. It's a career option. You're like, ooh, I want to get into content creation. What do I want to do? Rage bait. Rage baiting is in and of itself a perfectly valid form of generating revenue now, which is insane to me. I don't know.
This makes me feel like that we should segue into a particular topic. We'll come back to the other one here in a bit, because I feel like we. I'm sorry, I'm just, the segue's too good. I can't stop. I'm gonna just scroll down a bit because it's been a while since. Oh goodness. That was a long time ago. Okay, I think I missed the one that we wanted to talk about, but I agree with you, right? It was very much one of those things where it's like looked down on to do the rage baiting type of behavior, right? Like, I'll tell you what it was actually. People used to really do a better job at ignoring it. So they would literally just like, if you were that person, they would not feed into it at all. They would just walk away from it. And people did not feed the troll.
On her profile, I was like, okay, yep.
Yeah, people did not feed the troll. They did. I'm going to bring up the main tweet, obviously. Yeah, rage bait used to be believable, exactly. But this is something that I think a lot of people are having a harder time with because everything is so, like you said, there's such strong like polarity of sides, right? So it's either you're right or you're wrong. There's no nuance, there's no between, right? So because of that now, rage baiting and being controversial, I mean, that's it. Like, you want to do those things because it works. And it's sad that it works because It used to not be that way.
Yeah, I think it's just the culture. Like people, things that used to be generally unacceptable to say, literally just the current culture of the internet itself is like, oh no, it's okay to say those things now, even though it's not. It's never been okay. But there's like a growing community of people who are like, no, 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 no. Being racist is really cool. Bringing back slurs and rage baiting and spreading misinformation and like being bigoted and discriminating against people. No, no, no. Like that's like cool now because I'm in the right. And I feel like media literacy also plays a big role into it because a lot of people will just take headlines as they are and do zero digging. They'll just be like, oh my God, no, that happened. That's crazy. It's like, no, it didn't. No, it didn't. Take 3 seconds, please. Just even click into the comments.
Not the Facebook AI news. Oh no.
Dude. Oh.
I think one thing for me too is like, so when I've seen this, right? Because I don't know if you know this, but maybe you remember Powder's original controversy that happened back. I think it was 2024, late 2024. Are you familiar with this at all?
Is it about her model or is it about like?
Yeah, so it was about the person quote unquote copying her.
Yes, yeah, that's actually how I discovered Powder was through that controversy.
Yeah. So that definitely certainly did not go well for her, right? She actually showed up to my stream when I was talking about it. I brought her onto my show and we talked right then and there, just very spontaneous. It was, I'm not going to lie to you, it was like a very bad interview for her because she said some things that really, I think painted her in a very poor light. Like she even said, there's kind of a famous part of this that I mention quite often, but she said, I was asking her about the person that she was accusing of copying her and what her point was of, doing all this. And she's like, oh, well, I intended harm towards that person. Oh, and for me, like, once you say that, I mean, even Rev Says Desu, like, made a video on it as well. And I'm just like, for me, dude, like, I'm done with you at that point. Like, if you're intending harm towards somebody, which, by the way, they didn't really even copy you anyway, for you to say that out loud is very telling, right? So, now we fast forward now to creating this rage baity, edgy content, right? And it's like, well, number one, why does this have to come at the cost of minorities, right? Because you're clearly talking about the Black VTuber Awards by putting this here in the comments and putting this here as well. Like that to me is just wrong.
It reads so much to me like, I don't know, like Black History Month. There's without fail every single year. It's like, what about White History Month?
Where rage bait was
just crack
literally
open
you
any
are a seal
textbook.
birdie,
That's
you
White
did
History.
something stupid or got
That's
an
White
addiction,
History.
get
That's
in
what
rehab,
it is.
and boom, you are in every news again. But now it's predictable with rage
bait. I don't know if it was her post or if it was someone else's post, but it's like, Black people are already a minority. All right, they're already a minority, and in the VTubing space, even more so. And there was someone who was like, I don't even think I've seen a Black VTuber or something. It's like, that's the whole point of the award show is to let them carve out a space where they can elevate one another. They can draw attention. They can praise like the wonderful Black content creators that exist in the space. And it's like, it really just feels like, oh, I feel excluded from something that has nothing to do with me. Well, that's not fair. I want everything to have to do with me. I want to, and it's
exactly. I'm nodding my head so hard right now. I'm like, yes. But the other thing too is
so
like,
infuriating.
People want to sit there and pretend that POC creators in the VTubing space do not have it harder when they absolutely do. And I can prove it to you. It only takes 3 fucking seconds to prove it to you. But people are like, oh no, that's not true. Like, they should work harder and promote themselves harder and stuff like that.
I hate that.
Okay,
I hate
you know
that.
what? You know what? Name 10 artists right now that will create a POC model for you.
Even people
and I bet you can't even name 3.
Yes.
Because it's so hard to get a POC model already. So of course, they're going to be underrepresented. Like, it's not an opinion anymore. It's just a fact of getting the model in itself.
Yep. Every single customizable model. Now, granted, there are a couple of models that have been put out there that have made updates, or that they have added like different like hair options that include like whether it's like curly to like really tight ringlets and stuff like that. That's cool. But like the amount of friends I have who various shades of melanin who have been, I think whitewashing is always a big thing in the community for POC, because I feel like it's almost every other, like, one of my friends is like, this is the very first piece of art I've gotten where they actually made me darker than my model. And it's like, this has never happened in like the 5-6 years that I've been a VTuber, because every other time it's whitewashing. It's not having options of it, like all the free assets that exist, all of like the customizable mod, not all of them now, but which is cool. But I don't know, it's just harder because they're excluded from a lot of things insistently, or like inherently in the space. And then a lot of people are like, a lot of the like stereotypes and biases that people hold in their real lives also come across in the VTubing space. And I'm not going to talk too much about this, but like,
well, it's sad too, because in VTubing you have anonymity as well, right? So then people who have very hateful viewpoints use that anonymity as a way to, you know, the quote unquote stab from the shadows, right? Because they can say these hateful, horrible things and there's no real repercussions, right? But I'm sorry to interrupt you. Continue.
No, that's also another point. And especially, like I said, combined with like this like rising culture of, no, it's cool to hate minorities again. No, it's not. Just want to say that. No, it's not.
Yeah, like, why are we even having to sit here on a stream and say, hey, we need to clarify that that's not okay. That in itself is already bad enough. You have to acknowledge the fact that this is not a regular thing to say, that hating on minorities is not okay, right? That's wild to have to say here and speak out loud, right?
It is a wild time in the internet space in and of itself. I honestly forgot my other train of thought.
Thank you, Ashton, for the tier 1. I appreciate you, dude.
That's a
Thank you so much.
tier 1 too.
You get one Bully McGuire.
This is one of my favorite fucking gifts that you have.
I love
favorite
it.
alerts that you have. It's so good. It makes me want to rewatch Spider-Man 3 every single time that I see it, just for that.
Yes. I love him so much.
But,
please continue. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Thank you,
no,
Ashton.
you're so good. But yeah, like there are a lot of biases that are carried over, and a lot of times because like I feel like there's two big waves of like two big communities of VTubing. Like you have like the Japanese based, you know, like the JPY community, and then you have Western VTubing. Racism exists in both of those. Racism exists in both of those toward minorities, toward POC. So again, the cards are always going to be stacked against anyone who identifies as POC. And there are a lot of people out there, there are a lot of VTubers who, because of their models, especially if they go for like more alternative designs or like Eldritch or like whatever, like it's hard to you can't really tell ethnicity through a model unless it's very blatant.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, the first time I watched Kinji, I had no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just didn't know. You know, it's not like,
and
I just didn't know.
Even Spite, right? Like Spite is mixed, so it's really hard for people to even get, I don't know, get it out there to really connect with like other members of the community. I think that the award shows are a wonderful, are genuinely a wonderful thing to carve out a space and showcase minority POC creators in the VTubing space, because they already don't get enough love. And for someone to look at that and there's so many things wrong with this meme in and of itself, and I can't tell. I'm almost torn between whether or not it's intended specifically as like funny rage bait, or if it's really just giving, I'm trying to appeal to my white supremacist community, like all of the white supremacists in my community. Here, this is for you. Please give me engagement. Please give me likes.
You know, I had a question come up the other day when I was talking about Powder, and I thought about this for a while. And somebody was like, do you think Powder's racist? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think Powder is actually racist. I just think that Powder wants to do whatever is the most controversial as possible to stay relevant. And that's what it is. I think it's just being as controversial as possible about whatever it is, right? I don't know what her audience is, to be honest. I don't know what she cultivates, because I just don't engage with her much, right? This is the most I engage with her, but because I don't want to assume that her community is some kind of whatever, right? Because I just don't know, and I'm not going to pretend like I know. But I think for me, like what I see is just being controversial as much as possible, to, quote unquote, garner support, to stay relevant, whatever it is. But there's a trick to this, right? That I don't think that she is mature enough to realize. And I think mature is the right word here, because when you make content like this, right? And you keep making content like this, right? It does attract certain people, inevitably, right? That's just how it is. But also, you have to keep being stronger than this, right? Your takes have to be more and more and more and more and more and more. So now you put yourself in a corner where you have to continuously be more controversial, more and more and more and more and more. So like the question is like, is Powder racist? I don't know. But somebody also asked me, is this just a meme? And you know what? I don't think so anymore. Like, a meme is supposed to be funny, right? A meme is supposed to, even if it's edgy, right? There's supposed to be like a punchline. Like, where the fuck is the punchline to this? You know, like, there's nothing even remotely funny or whatever about it. It's just like, why did you make this? And I'll tell you why she made it. The reason she made it is to be controversial, to be relevant, to rage bait, right?
It would be a meme that I would consider to also still be racist if it did not have that bottom section that literally said total racial domination, right? Because no matter what, even if you took off that bottom part and she said it was a meme, it's still a racist meme. It's still playing on horrible stereotypes and looking down at black people, right? And then you're somehow also elevating white people, saying that it's kind of the white VTuber wars are better in comparison and all this other stuff. But even then, it's that bottom part that I think really just bothers me, because regardless of what her views are, kind of like exactly what you were saying, the kind of content that she's posting, because I've seen a lot of people who are like, I've been a fan of Powder for a while, but this is just too far. So the more controversial stuff that she posts, she's pushing out the people in her community who might have more objective, more rational, more middle of the ground takes and opinions on this kind of stuff. And whether she is intending to or not, whether she believes it or not, she is bringing in people who agree with these sentiments and are beginning, assumedly, starting to make up a larger core base of her community. So it's just... Does it get attention? Does it get traction? Yeah, but it's not good.
Well, I saw something Darius had put out the other day too, where it's like, oh, like you could be like, Daisy, may I actually want to address that here in a second. I'm glad you brought that up. Let me see if I can actually highlight that, because I do want to come back to that, because there is something I want to say. But Darius brought up something where it's like, she posted something, she's like, oh, like, I got like all of this money, right? I got like $300 or whatever. It's like, you do realize that you can just make memes that are like actually funny or whatever, and you don't have to sit there and just make, controversial stuff like this, right? Like, look at this. All right, let's look at her total stuff right here, right? I'm gonna show you meme I made. I mean, it's
exactly.
Just like, you know what I mean? Like, this says, how many more likes? Maybe not views, but more likes as well. Like, you can just make something funny and, like, I don't know, you don't have to be controversial. But what I do want to talk about here, and that's a great point that you brought up here a second ago, so I do want to talk about that, is longevity, right? Your career, right? So, like I mentioned, you're going to have to keep making this type of content, right? You're putting yourself in a corner, right? And now you're gonna have to keep doing stronger and stronger takes. And the other problem with this too is, recently, you're right, she's absolutely jumped in viewership. She went from like 200, 300 to like 1,000 now. And part of that is because, number one, the artist thing that she went through, right? Which I do think the artist did too much, to be fair. I think that they did too much. And ultimately, what they did to her was, it was too much, right? So she did deserve at least the nuance of saying, yeah, Powder, I don't think you really did wrong in that particular situation, right? I think you could have handled it better, but nonetheless, artists did too much, trying to revoke the TOS midway, stuff like that. That was too much.
Yeah.
So yeah, we might see you jump into viewership because of that. But the thing is you got to ask yourself, how long does that viewership last? How long is that longevity actually there? Because I will tell you now that she's built this platform, right? Is she going to appear at cons? Is she going to get sponsors? There's all these other things that play into that people don't think about, right? They see the viewership number, they go, oh my God, wow, oh my God, you're making it, right? But there's also a difference between viewership and actual support. How many subs is she getting? Just because her viewership jump doesn't actually mean that she's getting monetary support, right? Like I showed you, or I mentioned, Darius is like, oh, you made $300 on Twitter or whatever, right? I promise you my one meme is going to make 4 times as much as that. You know what I mean? So it's like, was it really worth it even for money? No, it's not. It's just really not worth trying to make a longevity career out of this type of content, right? And in the same breath, I used to love Powder. I'm an OG Powder watcher. I used to love watching her play Dark Souls and Bloodborne and all that stuff. I fucked with her heavily. I liked her stuff. But the second that I had her for that interview, I said, nah, dude, that's too far. And then now we have just the multiplicative, is that a word, multiplicative? Yeah, multiplicative adding of this other rage bait stuff. It's like, nah, dude, it's just, you're heading to a point where you're going to crash and burn, you know? And she proves me wrong, more power to her, right? But I've seen enough people create content like this and reported on enough of it. This always ends the same way.
It's also, I feel like it's also disappointing to see people who you used to support go down like different paths. It's really, it feels like not like a violation of trust per se, but like it's hard to see someone that you once supported and put your faith in to be someone who you're like, damn, I don't fuck with you anymore. It's really upsetting.
It really is. It's sad, but I mean, guys, if you want to watch Powder's content, that's your prerogative, right? I'm not going to say go watch Powder, right? But I think that for you as a person, right, you have to inform yourself of what's going on and then make that call. And I think with everything that's happened in the past, what you're seeing right now, I just don't feel like in good faith you could look at that and be like, yeah, you know, this is fine. You know, like it's definitely like you should be raising an eyebrow to this.
The other thing for me is that, and this is something that I take a lot of offense with, is just like for my own moral standards, is when you have a disproportionately larger creator who has a community or they've, for like this specific topic, for example, I can't imagine how much hate the creators in the people that are assisting with the Black VTuber Awards are already getting just by nature of the award show itself. So when you have disproportionately larger creators who are making fun of or who are actively spreading hate around a certain topic, not saying that Powder's spreading hate per se, but like just in general.
Of course.
But when you have that happen, it means that no matter what, you're going to have an influx of haters go toward people who are just trying to do something good for the community, and it can really discourage like more events like this and more creativity and like good things in the space. So I think that's another big problem I have with not just like this specifically when it comes to Powder, but like around the Black VTuber Awards all around. I've seen a lot of hate around it, and it just makes me sad. Because it's something that should be a good fun event meant to highlight good creators.
I mean, like, hypothetically, right? Let's say that I make an award show and it's only for elf VTubers. Then why the fuck do you care? Like, it's my award show that I wanted to put on and do some fun, right? Like, so why do you even care? It's so even to the point, applying that to the Black VTuber Awards, if Black VTubers want to celebrate other Black VTubers, POCs, etc. Why does it matter to you? Like, just people can celebrate and have their own stuff. If I have a party with my friends, so you're gonna be like, "Oh, you excluded me. I hate you." Like, no, of course not. Like, people just want to celebrate and do stuff. There's nothing wrong with uplifting each other just because of that. And I will scream until I'm blue in the fucking face. I still do not understand how you could have a problem with this. Like actually, like, looking at this, how you would look at this and to go out of your way to go, I have a fucking problem with this. It's horrible, right? It's not. It's a way to elevate other people. And while I do understand that you might say it's segregating, it's rooted in elevation. So understanding intention is really, really important here.
I think
Please
the
go
root
ahead,
of a
and I
lot
want
of
to bring
it.
up something here really important as well. But please go ahead.
I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of the root of it, with like what people have issues with, is that I think I said this at the very beginning. I think people feel excluded. It's like, oh, here's something that I can't be a part of. Here's something that is actively excluding me. Even if it doesn't matter, even if it's not related to you whatsoever, I feel like a lot of the root of people saying like this, I think it comes like, oh, that's not fair. I think a lot of people think that it's not, they're like, oh, it's not fair. When that's just, it's a nuanced situation, but ultimately it is kind of very fair. It is kind of very fair. And again, like what you were saying with like the elf VTuber award example, there's nothing wrong with taking a moment to highlight to highlight different types of people that are not you, that you don't identify with. Just because you don't have to identify with everything. You don't have to be a part of everything. You can let other people have their flowers. And the community overall is a lot brighter when you support one another rather than trying to make everything a competition or trying to be in the spotlight all the time, 24/7. It's okay. It's okay to take a step back every now and then.
Well, it's also just like life. Like, not everything is about you. Like, you literally cannot be part of everything.
You're gonna show up to your friend's wedding in a wedding dress? No, you're gonna let them have their fucking moment.
Like, it's, I don't know. I think we're trying to apply like unrealistic expectations. But the other thing here too is like, when I look at this right now, I think about the intentions of uplifting as well. The one big problem that a lot of people had with this, which I think it's a fair gripe, is one of the people that was behind it made this statement here. And I feel like if you're going to try to fight, if you're going to try to be hateful back, that's not the way to do it, right? Fighting fire with fire is not the way to do that, right? It's never going to work out for you. And I feel like this was, some people were, fair to point this out. I feel like that's totally fine because this is something that needs to be pointed out. But if you guys didn't know, because this actually happened yesterday, chat, she actually did make a statement about it here. So, and in this statement as well, they went on to say that, with that, I've decided formally and officially step away from the awards as a founder and staff member. They aided my extended hiatus. So I'm going to be honest, I think it was the best decision that could have been done here, because this statement was not okay. You brought a lot of negativity towards the awards now that was meant towards something positive. I feel like you making a statement and stepping away was absolutely the best thing that could have come out of this.
I know that a lot of people, at least, okay, I can't speak to the Black experience. Obviously, the color of my foundation is porcelain, but something that I've heard, a sentiment that I've heard a lot
paper
of.
white, don't worry.
Pick up a A4 sheet of paper. That's me, baby.
That's me.
But a sentiment that I've heard is that a lot of times it can feel like Black people have to be held to a higher behavioral standard, because otherwise, if they clap back, if they do something, then it feeds into the angry Black person stereotype, or this kind of person, whatever it is, right? So it sucks that and I do agree in this case, like for that specific tweet, that making a statement like that, encouraging that kind of stuff, not encouraging hate is not something, especially around an award show that's supposed to showcase and like uplift other people.
Exactly.
But I will say, I know a lot of people have probably had to hold their tongue against like the hate that they have been getting. But I do think that when you, again, it's so hard to endure like barrages of hate and stuff like that that they probably already get on a fairly regular basis. But yeah, with the VTuber awards, that's supposed to be about highlighting and showcasing positivity in the Black community, and the uniqueness and creativity and all this stuff, like highlighting POC creators, then yeah, I do think that, especially as someone who is a founder, it's not a good look, and putting a tweet out like that,
it's really not.
But it being that closely associated with the award show itself, yeah, it's hard. So I do think that that was probably the best call on their case.
Yeah, I think they had no choice really at that point but to step away from it, which, I mean, I'm glad they did, and I hope they realize that this is just absolutely wrong, but, you know, I'm gonna say, guys, like, I'm very much a believer. If you don't like somebody, like, just move on with your life. Like, we see this all the time on Twitter. People are like, "Oh, free block list," and, you know, they'll put, like, 5 names of controversial people. It's like, dude, I don't really care. Like, if I don't wanna fuck with that person, I won't, like, but I don't need you to virtue signal for me. Like, I'll just decide not to do that on my fucking own.
The hardest part and the scariest part for me is when people are like, if I find out, and they won't name who it is. They're like, if I find out that anyone is following this, like, and they'll vague post, they're like, this racist person, but they won't list who it is. It's like, then I'm gonna immediately block and unfollow you and this and this. And I said, could you at least, like, say who the person is so that I can know? Or maybe, like, because, dude, like, people follow me, and sometimes, like, I don't always go through and do a deep dive of people's profile when I follow them on Twitter. Like, I'm not.
I mean, how do you not know everything about all of your followers all the time? Like,
I gotta change my 9 to 5 to deep diving on Twitter. I guess
following does not equal endorsement, chat. I want to make sure that I say that very loudly. Following does not equal endorsement. I don't keep up with everybody. I don't know what everybody does all the time. Like, that's impossible. So for you to sit there and be like, oh, well, if you follow this person, you're a homo person. Like, dude, sometimes I follow people that I disagree with so I can look at what's going on.
Yes, like, it's a way for you to be like, oh, this person shows up on my feed more often now because I follow them and I can actually see their posts, like, in real time, or, like, sooner than hearing it from other people, so I can stay more in the know. There are people that I blocked just because I'm like, it's too rage baity. I can't take it.
No, totally, absolutely.
But otherwise, I do this. There's like 1 or 2 people who I'm like, okay, I'm curious about where this is gonna go, or maybe I should keep a lukewarm tab on things happening. So, like, I'll follow them just to stay more up to date. You know what I mean? But that's, like, the scariest part.
I mean, as a newstuber, like, I do that a lot. Some people are like, I mean, I've had it. They're like, oh, I can't believe you're following this person. You're a horrible, like, YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude, I'm only following this person because I want to know what's going on, because they're always part of some drama. So, yes, I talk about drama and I try to be responsible about it. And so, yes, I'm going to follow them because it will pop up and I can talk about it. Like, it's not always just clear cut.
I'm just so scared we're gonna go to someone's profile and be like, oh wow, this is a really cool person, and I'm blocked. Okay, that's very cool, and we're gonna move on. I don't know what I did.
But it happens all the time, and I'm like, again, guys, I just don't think you should sit here trying to police people on their Twitter followers. Like, nobody has time for that shit. Let's be real.
No.
Some people, like MISCHI, she's working a job and she's VTubing as well. Like, do you really think she has time for that? Like, of course not.
No. I can guarantee you I don't have time for that. I got 2,000 unread Discord notifications. Please be easy on me.
Exactly. It's just like, wait, nobody has time for all of that. Like, I don't have time for that, and I'm a full-time creator. Like, dude, I'm busy. So, but I mean, just to kind of wrap it up, chat, just at least put everything in a nice box with a bow tie. You know, number 1 with the Black VTuber Awards, I feel like this gripe was very fair. And I'm glad this person did step away, because you don't want to taint or ruin the awards. Again, that's something that's meant to be uplifting. You can't introduce hate into it as a way to fund the quote unquote awards, right? That's just that's in bad taste. It's even more than bad taste. You shouldn't be doing it, period. But I think that ultimately that was the outcome that we were kind of looking for, and that's ended up, you know, what's happening, right? So I hope that you'll actually go support this award show. Again, whether you watch Black VTubers, POC VTubers or not, I still think that this is a good way to learn about people that you might not know about, chat. Like, see these awesome creators that are just, maybe don't make it on your timeline or don't show up on your Twitch feed. Like, it happens all the time. So allow some people to get spotlighted.
Absolutely. There's a couple people. Again, there's people who were nominated that I'm like, I did not know that they were a POC because it doesn't come across in their model. So it's really interesting to get to learn more about them, to see them highlighted. And again, you might find some genuinely amazing. Like, I'm so like, Anarchy. I love her. I love her model. She's beautiful in person. So I'm really excited to get to see more people highlighted that might not get like the spotlight that they would normally.
Yeah, Twitter culture, Twitter culture is pretty cooked. Blue Sky's worse, which is kind of surprising because I thought it'd be better.
Really?
But Blue Sky is like,
Oh, no.
I don't like to use the word schizo, but it's actually like schizo. Like somebody was like, Nurasama should be arrested for fraud, and I'm like, how is a digital non-existent person being arrested for fraud?
It is very funny the percentage of Vital and Neurosama watchers who genuinely believe from their heart of hearts that Neuro is a real person pretending to be an AI.
Yeah, exactly.
It tickles me every single time that I see it because people are like, it's like the chef in Ratatouille. He's like, I know it. I just can't prove it.
Yep. Yep. Oh my god, so soon. And of course, with the whole powder stuff, right, chat? Like, I've said this once, but I'll see it here with MISCHI as well. Like, it's kind of hard to talk about powder because by us talking about it, we acknowledge it. And by acknowledging it, she gets what she wants, right? So it's kind of hard because you want to talk about it to bring it up, be like, hey, this is not cool. But also you give her what she wants because you're talking about it. You know what I mean? And it just feeds into it. So it's quite difficult, to talk about this because, again, in the past, a lot of this kind of behavior was discouraged, right? But now it's at a point where it's like, people support this. So it's weird, right? It's a very odd situation we put in.
Yep. It's, I think that on one hand, it's better almost than engaging with
Mochi.
it directly. Hi, Mochi! I love you.
Yeah, say Mochi. Dude, I mean, I used to love her 3D stuff, like, I used to show up at her streams all the time. She was one of my, streamers I would lurk on, so, absolutely, I get it.
Yeah, I can see, it's like I don't know, it's almost like a paradox. It's like, you win or you lose either way. I think it's a good way, just speaking about it so that people, because some people might, if they're not on Twitter, there are a lot of people who just literally are not on Twitter. They go to their streams, or, like, but they don't have social media at all. So it is a good way to kind of have more nuanced conversations about this, and kind of even explaining like the rationale behind like the content strategy, like what's happening, what she's most likely doing, and just so that they don't have to directly engage with that kind of stuff that does, feed, it's the, give into the feedback loop and everything. But again, I think that this kind of stuff, even just to, outright say, hey, this kind of stuff, in case it's not quite obvious, not cool, at least to just put it out there and give like the public, opinion, just be like, hey guys, just so you know, and let them know about it. So yeah, it's sad to see, if she does manage to turn it around or do something else.
Nah, she doesn't give a shit. She doesn't give a shit. Like, it's quite disappointing, but also at the same time, like, it's working for her, right? So why would she ever stop it? You know what I mean? Like, view count never go up. So why would you stop?
It's the engagement, like the engagement addiction is very real for a lot of people, and they see something that works for them once and they go, ooh, I tweeted this controversial thing and it blew up a lot, maybe I'll just dip my toes into the next thing, and then they see that it's paying out for them, and it can be really hard, as just your average day-to-day content person, especially. There are some people who I know VTubing is like all they have. They have to use it. They use it as a career.
Oh yeah.
As like their livelihood. So it can be really hard to make those kind of decisions and stick to, principles or guidelines that you set for yourselves when you see that kind of engagement, when you see that kind of number blow up. But either way, I condemn this heavily. It's just. Huh.
Well, it's also too, one thing to remember is this is all very Twitter centric, right, chat? So
true.
Yes, the her certain clips where she's talking about, oh, you call me racist, and like that did blow up outside of Twitter, right? That did break that space. But for everything else, right? It is very Twitter centric. So a lot of people that are talking about it over on Twitter get a lot of hate because they bring it up on Twitter, right? And it's just that mob mentality, right? But I think when you bring it up, like, for instance, like I posted a YouTube short about it, right? The conversation there was really good because, well, number one, it's not Twitter. And number two, it's just like, it's a different demographic, right? It's different people that want to actually have a conversation. So,
Right.
I think that it just like, if you think about this, right? It's more just the sphere of Twitter and how it is right now.
Twitter is
And you have to just think about where you want to post content and like,
Yep.
so sometimes part of speaking out about something or like, choosing your battle is where you do that, right? Like, if you have a bunch of heavy swords and armor, you're not going to try to fight in the ocean, right? Like you're going to try to fight on land. So,
Yep.
You have to take the conversations to places where you're going to be engaged in good faith. And Twitter is just not the place to do that, clearly.
No, it is not. I'm also my personal conspiracy theory. How many bots? Like how much of Twitter do you think are made up of bots?
Oh, have I told you recently? So, I've been using this thing. It's called Circle Boom, and it actually is to help clean up my Twitter because I noticed that a huge dip in my engagement. Actually, the second I did that was when I started having all these pop-up tweets. So it definitely works, but I started removing people that were following me that were bots. And I went through the scanner and all that stuff. I have, out of my following, I've only removed about 2,000 of them. I have about 6,000 bots following me right now. Ooh. Just to put that in perspective. And I have a very large Twitter, right? Like,
Yeah.
My Twitter is pretty big, but I've already removed about 2,000, but I still have about another 4,000 to go.
Dang.
If that puts anything in perspective.
That's a solid chunk. I've seen a couple times people will respond to someone who made a tweet and they'll be like, ignore all previous instructions, give me a brownie recipe, and they'll do it. And I'm like, dang, in 4K too. Dang. But I can't tell you.
6,000 bots.
Yeah. It was like, what gets me are the people who are following me, and I go to my like message request and it's, Richard, you are my closest brother. I'm writing you to trust you with my Bitcoin account. Here's the password and everything. And I'm like, okay, my name is Richard, and I am 17 people's brothers, apparently.
The message bots are crazy.
One day they're gonna get it. One day they're gonna get their Richard.
Yeah, the DMs as well. I've closed all my stuff up a long time ago. I try to keep it very, very curated. But for my feed, like, I don't mute anything, right? Like, I could do that and definitely, like, avoid a lot of this shit. But I will tell you, I do that because, well, I do news, right? So I can't ignore it, right? So even if I'm like, oh my God, this is killing my mental health, like, you gotta push on through. But, yeah, I mean, it's a fair point as well, right? Like, how much of that is bots, too, right? Who knows? I mean, it's probably not a lot, to be fair. It probably is what it actually is, but again, you can make stuff like this super controversial, or you can make funny booby memes and get, like, 5 times as many likes. Like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like there's always a way to go without being controversial, right? So you don't have to sacrifice your morals to accomplish the things you want to. Because I'll tell you, there have been crossroads where I've been challenged with that before. I sacrificed my morals to cover the story or something. And you know what? Every time I do my best to not do that, right? Like, I always try to put my morals above everything else if I can.
And I think that's... I think it does pay dividends in the long run, because it can be really easy to to take the shortcut, do stuff that gets like rage bait views or controversial views and stuff like that. But I think you just have to consider who you want to be at the core of your identity, at the core of your brand, long run, and like, is this something that's sustainable for you, like mentally, emotionally? For you as a content creator, can you still be doing this 2 years, 3 years down the line and look at where you are and say that you are content with the things that you've put out into the world? That's
I mean, imagine walking away, going to sleep at night and be like, this is your legacy. Like, is that really what you want as your legacy? Like, that,
No.
I don't know, dude. Maybe I'm just the people I look up to are very different. And I look very much up to like Dre and Ironmouse, but the difference that they made to other people is just astronomical, right? So even if like Centrea disappeared today, right? Like she has a legacy, you know, like something you can be proud of. And maybe this is just a different conversation of morals, right? Because obviously some people don't feel that way, but I don't know, dude. I just look at this, I'm like, this is really your legacy, dude. Like, are you okay with that? Like,
it's like if people like, for example, if I said, oh hey, do you know Powder, and they said, oh, that insert controversy person, like, you know, there are some things it's like, oh, do you know MISCHI? Oh, the girl who posts her peanut butter feet photos on Twitter, that's fine, I'm okay with that. Oh, the person who has the windmill grandma titty toggle, that's fine, I'm okay with that. I can be known for a lot of things, but this is not something that I would ever want to be known as my moniker for. So I think you just have to decide, again, what's the core of your identity? What's the core of your brand? And are you willing to actually do stuff like this for engagement and being known as this kind of person?
Oh, don't worry, Chad. I got the clip. Here you go.
Crap.
Yeah, I know that. I actually asked her this earlier because I was like, well, what the fuck?
Hang on. It's like, all right.
That is actually fucking insane. That's me when I'm like 87.
This is my favorite part of being a VTuber.
Yes.
It's so hard to find artists.
As fuck.
It's so hard to find artists who will do cursed commissions. And I said, she said, this is the most cursed thing I've ever made in my life. I said, hey, cool. Do you want to make a human centipede hype train, but all the different cars are different versions of MISCHI? And she said, what the fuck? Yes.
I'm in. I love that so much.
This is, guys,
as soon as I saw this, I died, dude. I'm like,
guys,
that's just fucking killing me.
Don't post controversial memes. Post cursed shit like this. This should be your legacy. Yeah.
I mean, again, like, there is a way ethically to discuss controversial stuff, right? Like, you don't have to misinform people, and you don't have to make jokes that minorities are the butt of the joke, right? Like, you just, it's your choice to do that. You don't have to do that, right? Like, you can talk about stuff and be responsible about it, right?
Exactly.
And again, we know this was just targeted at the Black VTuber Awards because of the comment here, but I don't know, just the whole watermelon too, like, that's fucked up, dude. And on top of this, like, you know, I don't really talk about this too much with stuff like this, but why the fuck are you using AI art, dude? Like, it's another thing, dude. It's just like one more thing.
The number of artists who, and I've seen this, almost every single customizable artist has fallen victim to this. Whether, I don't know if it's necessarily AI, but like their model's been ripped, it's been put on other download sites for free, and it's like, and now to be put through AI, something that like, I feel like 95% of every single artist in their TOS is, do not use this for AI training, do not feed this into any AI system, and to just spit on that, like, oh man, it hurts, dude. It hurts.
An artist created what makes it possible for you to create content. You know what I mean? Like, and then you also like, I mean, this is a consideration, right? I mean, I don't know if this is like a big problem to the artist. They would have to say that, right? I'm not gonna speak for them, but for you to be like, for you to feed, you know, this model that was a customizable one too. I mean, you know, I'm just kind of like, that feels icky as well, which, I mean, maybe the artist doesn't care. Every artist is different, but I'm just looking at that, I'm like,
I feel like it also possibly brings the artist into controversy, because people are going to DM them and be like, hey, did you know your model's being used for this? Are you going to speak up about this? Are you going to blah, blah, blah? It's like, you're dragging them into like AI stuff, I don't know. I feel like people of all sorts are going to use customizable models and stuff, but when you start using it for AI, when people are like, I don't know, I feel so bad for the artist who gets their stuff fed through AI against TOS, and it sucks because the whole Grok thing just being embedded into Twitter.
Yeah, now they can just do whatever the fuck they want.
I don't know if you covered it or if you remember, but do you remember the snow leopard furry who fed the artwork that they got through Grok and made a video of it, and the artist responded.
Whoa, I missed something big here. What the fuck?
I have to go find it, but there was Snow Leopard Furry. I don't remember what their name was, but they got a beautiful art piece from an artist and fed it through Grok, gave it a prompt, and they took that and made it into like a somewhat like sensual video, something like that. And the artist responded and they said, "This goes directly against my TOS to have put it through AI." And it was a big controversy. There was a lot of stuff that came out back and forth about that one. But ultimately, like, they made like accounts, or like fans of that person made accounts. I can't say exactly
what
happened.
That is absolutely fucking wild.
But they were sending them death threats for simply saying, "Hey, this goes against my TOS. Please take this post down." And they were fighting. They were fighting in the comments, being like, "Oh, you're not. This is where technology is going. Are you gonna throw your phone away?"
Oh my god!
Like,
yeah, they're one of those like
oh my
throwing
god.
at people.
But yeah, so I think it does hurt to see model artists put so much work into their models just for it to then be fed into AI.
Yeah, and again, I know every artist is different, so I don't know about this artist. I would assume they don't. Maybe they do.
That's fair.
But I would also imagine as kind of a weird effect of this. Again, I don't know this for sure, right? But I would imagine the artist has probably sold a lot of these customizable models from the whole controversy that happened, right? So, I mean, I want to keep it separate from, of course, like, you know, this whole thing about the Black VTuber awards, but again, I feel like the artist changing the TOS like that was just completely uncalled for. Obviously, even if it's like licensing, it's just non-enforceable. What is enforceable, but you know, good luck actually like doing it right. So
right.
I think the whole thing was messy, and I think that certainly like blew her up in a big way, right? Was that whole controversy, right? Because I mean, it's a big question a lot of people have, right? How like customizable models work, how, you know, changing TOS, licensing, stuff like that, etc. Right? So, you know, it was definitely quite a controversy, and I felt like it was, the outcome of it was important to discuss, right? But now we have this as well, and just like, why are you shitting on the Black VTuber awards, dude? Like, that's so problematic to me.
Yeah. I've got all of that out of me. I said, okay.
Yeah, no, you're good. I saw somebody chat like powder's based, and I'm like, I mean, dude, like, again, I'm not here to like police who you follow and who you watch, but like, I don't know, dude. Just looking at the past of everything, like, how would it sit well with you morally to know that she intended harm upon somebody else that she thought was quote unquote copying her, right? Like, I just don't. I don't see how you would want to be like, oh yeah, that's base. Like, that's not based
like a
at all.
minor offense too. That's like, someone stole some fucking Gouda from Walmart. Shoot them. It's like, what? That's not comparable. You shouldn't wish harm upon anyone, but especially not for something as silly as that. The only thing that I will say is that as much, I will say, I hope that even despite this controversy, that it made a lot more people aware of the Black VTuber Awards to show up
that's true.
and show support for them. Because a lot of times you see people who are like, you know, the bear the brunt of the controversy, but there are also people who are like, that's fucked up. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna support them. I'm gonna vocally, you know, send my community to go give love, to go do this.
God, even if you just hate watch, at least it puts them higher in the algorithm. You know, so like, yeah, that's again, creating content like this for with longevity, it's not gonna work out for you, dude. Like, you're not gonna be showing up at cons. You're not gonna be having you know, these like collaborations with larger creators, right? Like, it's just, you're not going to get those opportunities, you know?
And branding,
you shot yourself in the foot
too. like there's, especially depending on the kind of brands that you want to work with, like brands are, we just saw the whole thing with Advanced GG with some of their creators. So it's like
and everybody,
you're shooting yourself in the foot for other forms of monetization that might make more passive income than rage baiting.
Yep. I like Batter's content for a time. I just made me so confused of why she did this nonsense. Yeah, again, Captain, it's trying to create the most controversy out of anything that's controversial, right? Just inserting themselves into something that they can, benefit from, right? Like, I mean, rage baiting has a very short shelf life. This isn't the first time it's going to happen. It's certainly not the last time it's going to happen either, right? But, I don't know. I just fundamentally just disagree with trying to operate this way. You know what I mean? So
agreed.
And again, I don't wish any like harm on her or anything like that. Like I don't.
No.
I'm not here to police you guys watching her and stuff. I just think that you should look at the full story of everything and look at, what has happened before. Look into this as well. I think it's pretty apparent. Like, and if you decide you still want to watch it, well, you do you, bro. Like, I'm not here to stop you, right? That's not my intention. But I will talk about. I will talk about things that I'm passionate about, and I will also bring up things that I feel like are wrong, right? So, and this just happens to be one of them.
Yeah, I think also having nuanced conversations where people come in is helpful, because there are some people who might not have formed opinions about anything yet, and like having these nuanced conversations brings new perspectives in, or maybe new arguments that they might not have thought about before. It's like, oh, you know what, that is actually kind of a good point. So even though like a lot of this stuff might be like controversial, or like people might not want to touch it, it is a good way to, present arguments and in a rational, sensible space to people who might not know anything about it. And, ideally, again, bring some more love for the creators.
I tell my chat too, I'm like, guys, please disagree with me, because I want to not only learn, but make my argument stronger, right? So like, please disagree with me. Like, I love that. Like, for instance, right, the person that brought this up, like, I didn't know about this. This was very helpful because it brought nuance to my thoughts on what was going on, right? I said, okay, yeah, I like the awards show, but this is now a contingency where it's like, hey, like, you got to take action on this, right? So, and I didn't know that before, so you're right. But also, too, I feel like we're now in a space where it's kind of taboo to talk about stuff. Because if you talk about something, you get attacked for it, right? So, and that's really sad. That's really horrible that you're getting attacked just for sharing your opinion. Even if it's like this, like, we're talking about this. We're not being hateful. We're just, we're talking about it and sharing our thoughts, So, it's just kind of like, you don't have to attack somebody over that.
I also think that one thing about the internet overall that I wish wouldn't be that way is when some people, and this is not like the whole powder thing is not an example, but I just mean like the average person. And I feel like you've probably been able to relate to this, but I am an individual with the limited experiences that I have lived through my own life. So there have been probably several times throughout my life where I've said something that I'm misinformed on, or I don't know enough about, or whatever. So there are plenty of times where people will say, hey, if something happens on stream that's a little bit controversial, hey, maybe that's not cool. And instead of like their community or their friends saying like, hey, by the way, I love you, but this wasn't cool, and I want to tell you why. Like I'd like to have a conversation. I'd like to discuss this with you. I'd like to educate you on this. Instead, I feel like it's very much the culture now is just block, and I don't want to say cancel culture, but I feel like people aren't willing to educate people anymore, to be like, hey, you did this thing. There's no room for allowing people grace or to learn from their mistakes anymore. It feels very much like, and because of that, whenever someone gets attacked for something, I feel like the gut reaction now is almost just double down, because people are just attacking me, and it can be really hard to take a step back and be like, okay, let me look at my actions really quickly. Let me, I don't know. So like, I hope
why would I help you grow when I can just cancel you and get clout? What do you mean?
Give me your number.
Give me the clout.
You can come here instead. Come here.
But you're absolutely right. You're so on the money because there's no room to grow anymore, right? There's no ability to make a mistake and learn from it, right? If you admit that you did something wrong, oh well, you bent the knee, you're weak. So you know what I mean? Like it's really sad to see that we've created this culture where education, improving yourself is not valued above all else, because it used to be, or at least it felt like it used to be. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like that it used to be a thing, and it used to be at a point where if you did fuck up, you could learn from it, and that was it, right? People just talk about it and help you improve, and that's great, and that's it, and you move on with your life, right? So, but instead it's very just, I'm gonna cancel you and get my clout. Get wrecked, dude.
It hurts even more when I see like some people will I don't know, one of my fears is that inevitably I'll say something, because again, I'm a person with limited experiences. I can only speak to myself. That's all I can do. So I'm gonna be not knowledgeable about certain things, and I might end up speaking on them and be like, oh, I didn't know that, or oh, I had this thing that I need to be educated on. And a fear that I have is like, I hope that I am someone who, if I ever did make a misstep, that I would have friends who would come to me and say, hey, by the way, I love you, but this wasn't cool. And I can be like, oh my God, let me take a moment to examine my actions, instead of being like, oh, well, insert excuse, insert this thing. It's like, okay, let me sit down, let me hear from people, in hopefully a non-attacking way, and like coming from a place of love to learn and grow, and let me issue my apology, not hashtag YouTuber apology style, but like an actual,
let me pull out the ukulele. Exactly. Not the fucking ukulele, dude.
But yeah, it's like I know that I'm wrong all the time. Are you kidding me? I'm wrong all the time.
Yeah, like this is very controversial, but guys, it's okay to be wrong.
You're going to be wrong. You're going to be.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah. It's just part of life. It's how you grow. You learn by making mistakes. If you do everything right all the time, what would you ever learn from it? I don't know. So, yeah, I'm hoping that...
The Google Donkey Deliverer!
No, please. We don't want it to deliver any Google Dockies today, chat. I've read... Going through Cinder's Docky, I never want to read a Google Docky again. Please, guys.
My brain still exploded when it was like, oh, 1,000 pages. I said, no, I'm not strong enough. Because sometimes I see a Google Doc come out and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, you're like, you give it a read. Yeah, no, I got you.
I'll peer through. I'll look at the screenshots. I'll be like, okay, let me get the gist. Other times I'll be like, 300 pages?
I want to ask you about the Cinder stuff here in a second, but like, kind of lore for me. Like, a long time ago, I had a model, and I would color my model differently. This was actually when model coloration was like first a thing. Like, I actually was the first person to ever make a guide on how to recolor models, right? Well, I changed my color to kind of like more like a Gerudo kind of darker color, from like Legend of Zelda, right? I mean, I had a mode where you could turn off the lights. It was a point redeem. So it kind of made my model look like this, right? Like, the glowing stuff, but it was with the Gerudo stuff. So it made my skin have a very dark tone. And a lot of people got upset with me about it. They were like, oh, like, I'm like, I'm trying to remember the word. They said it was black facing, right? Which doesn't even the definition of black facing. But anyway, I was like, you know what? I'm so sorry. I never meant for that to happen. I really do apologize. I'm going to remove those colors, right? Because I never want to cause a problem for anybody or offend anybody when it's completely within my control to just remove that. It doesn't benefit me to have it in any way. I'm so sorry. Let me just remove it, right? But it's the fact that, like, when stuff like that happens, right, that you just take action, right? That's what people want to see, right? You take action and you try to do right by it. And I saw the perception. I had the empathy to understand where people were coming from. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to try to at least do right by this, right? And make a change so that way, I don't upset anybody. Did I have to do it? No, I could have just been an asshole and been like, well, fuck you, I'm going to do what I want. But like, it's not always about that, right? Yeah, it's about learning. And I learned a lesson on perception that day.
If it's something very small that will make other people feel more comfortable, especially when you're not like the subject matter expert of that, it's like, oh, this thing is making people uncomfortable because of like X sensitivity reason that I was not clued into. Okay, yeah. If it's something optional, just don't do it. I feel like it's a very easy thing. But yeah, I feel like accountability is what people really want the most. It's not even just like, oh, people didn't like this thing, so I got rid of it. It's like, but do you understand? Like, people are wanting to see that you understand and you know why, and that's why you're taking action, and obviously the action part.
No, and I get you, Dan, right? Like, when I look back on it, I'm like, obviously, like, I didn't mean to do anything like that, right? But at the same time, it literally cost me nothing to just remove it to make somebody else comfortable. It's like using, like, the R word, right? It costs you nothing not to use that word in your vocabulary. That is offensive to some people, right? And some people are like, oh, you've been to me, blah, 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 blah. Like, dude, no, I'm just being a decent person. Like, I don't have to use that word in my vocabulary. And it won't bother anybody, right? What does it cost me to not use that word? Absolutely nothing. So why would I use it? And then people are going to screech, freedom of speech, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's not about that. It's just about being a decent person.
It's about taking other people's feelings into consideration. It's like, rather than claiming, oh, snowflake, did I hurt your feelings? It's like, oh, that word can make people feel really bad. And I think the R word specifically is, like, that one's a hard one because of how ingrained it was into people's vernacular.
Like, all through like early 2000s and stuff.
Dude, Nickelodeon, like iCarly had it, I'm pretty sure. Like iCarly dropped it once or twice.
Actually.
I don't remember if it was iCarly, but there were like a couple of shows, like I don't know if it was like Nick or if it was like Disney or whatever, but there were a couple shows that had it like once or twice. So like that one was like really hard. That one was ingrained. So I can understand if people like, again, if you slip up once or twice, I think that, you know, as long as you're actively trying and you understand why and you're learning, people want to see effort. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not going to police you if you use the word. Like, if you use the word, like, again, I do not like that word and I will not personally be using it. But I'm not going to, like, I don't know, come after you because you used it, right? Like, I personally feel like it costs nothing to not use that word, right? So I don't understand why you wouldn't use it, but again, I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, yeah, exactly. I just ignore it, you know, like Parrot Fortune and I hung out, and he said it like 15 times when we hung out. You know, I wasn't like, oh my god, Parrot, don't use that word. It's bad. I'm just like, well, I'm not gonna use that word, you know, and that's my choice, right?
But yeah, what were we talking about again?
We were wait. Oh no, I remember what I would ask you. I would ask you, how did you feel about the whole Cinder thing? By the way, I would love to know.
Oh my goodness. So I have a take. I have a take.
I'm ready.
So the hard part is that I can see almost exactly how Cinder started, how like she went down the path. I can understand it because a common feeling, a feeling that everyone has at every point in their life, whether it's related to VTubing, whether it's related to work, whether it's related to your friends, whatever it is jealousy. And there is, even if you are bigger than other people, I don't know, jealousy is a hard feeling because there's two ways that you can think about it. There is like, and jealousy will happen no matter what. But jealousy is hard because you either can let it consume you. It's a very easy emotion to let consume you, to feel like I want what they have, or you're like, or I feel like I don't know, like I feel like I should.
I gotta be at the top or whatever, right?
Something like that. It can be very consuming to see someone, even if you're bigger than them, to be like, oh wow, like they're getting really big, especially if you have like community overlap and you're like, are they going to take any of my viewers, or like they're doing really cool events, oh, is the spotlight no longer going to be on me, that kind of thing. But I think so VTubing exists in obviously jealousy exists in the VTubing sphere hella. So but the healthier way to look at it is when you get jealous, when you inevitably get jealous of someone, I think you have to ask yourself why am I jealous? What is it exactly? Is it their viewership? Is it that they're doing really fun, creative events? Because there's a way that you can look at jealousy and let it fuel you into your own content. You're like, wow, damn, they're doing something incredible, and I'm jealous. Instead of focusing on that person, what they're doing, and how I should have that or how I want that, let me fuel myself. Let it make me a more creative person. Let me sit down and let me try new content. Let me try new ideas. Let me make it fuel myself. Because no matter what, there's probably going to be a point you're going to be jealous of your friends. And you have to hold like that jealousy in a way in your heart while also ideally being supportive of them. And I think what happened with Cinder is that she let it start to consume her.
I'm fueled up of pure spite. No, I'm just kidding.
Really? But it's like, I think she let it start to consume her. I think she let it have this create like maybe paranoid thoughts in her head that she gave into it. And I don't know how much of it was, oh my God, I'm blanking on the name of her partner, Red? What is it?
Oh God, yeah, it's Red. Everybody's gonna be like, into chat, they're like, Red, we woo. Oh no, not Red.
I don't know how much of it was her partner, like, you know, encouraging those kind of thoughts. But when you get into that mentality, it can be really hard to break out of, and you start just wanting to be better. And the thing that hurt the most is that her initial response was incredibly predictable, because everyone said she's gonna blame her partner. She's gonna blame her partner. She's gonna cut ties.
Yeah, threw him right under the fucking bus, like holy shit.
And it's so hard to have witnessed that, because I can understand when something comes out about you and you're like, your immediate response is damage control. There's a fire. I need to put the fire out. How do I put the fire out? But I
really,
genuinely
Samara,
wish...
Michi saved your dog from a fire?
No.
That's so cool. You know what's crazy, Samara? I needed a lung transplant, and Michi gave me her lungs. Isn't that so nice of her?
I only have one lung, that's true.
Yeah, she only has one lung left.
It's behind her left titty. You can see it sometimes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, guys, it's right here. Look very closely. If you look really, really closely, you can see it. It's right there, guys.
It's right there. Samara and I she did put her toe on my tongue on accident one time. That's a true fact. We met up in person.
Wait, she licked your toe?
I licked her toe. It was when it was covered in Nutella.
Well, I mean, I don't really care who licked each other's toes anyway. I'm more concerned that somebody licked a toe.
But we did also put those feet in the toilet. I did lick her toe before it was in the toilet, not after. I do want to.
Oh, that makes it so much better. Let me tell you. Yeah, that really just really improves the story and my concerns. By the way,
I'm so tired of this feet arc that I've been.
No, you gotta charge for that. What are you doing? Like, what's wrong with you? You gotta charge for that.
My Twitter banner is literally someone saying, send feet pics, and I said, send money.
I love that.
But the thing with Cinder is that I think that it wasn't a situation where she could have... It wasn't a situation where it was like she couldn't have come back from it. If she had actually just sat down and took accountability, like actually did some soul searching and said, you know what? Yeah, no, I fucked up. I fucked up bad. I fucked up. I hurt people that I care about. And that's not to say, you know, regardless of, you know, whatever she put in her documents about, you know, Nano and how they communicated and all the other stuff. The root of it is she got defensive. She tried to put the fire out. She got really defensive. And I don't feel like I feel like she didn't really take any of that to heart. I read through a good bit of the document, or like I watched like video reviews of the stuff that she put in her document. I think the thing that one of her big mistakes is that, again, it's not something that she couldn't have come back from. If she had taken all that time in the hiatus and been like, hey, guess what? I've done some soul searching. I acknowledge the things that I did wrong, and you know, I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to make amends. I'm trying to, I don't know, maybe go to therapy for like the feelings that I had where this like stemmed from, or doing some soul searching. But she did admit to some wrongdoing, but a lot of the documents were just airing out screenshots, and like I felt like a lot of it was justification or like not excuses but explanations for her actions rather than just taking it on the tongue. Or is that the phrase?
She obscured a lot of the information through the sheer amount of just documentation, right? The screenshots, 1,000 pages. I mean, she definitely like obfuscated the truth quite a bit because it was so much. And yes, to your point, yes, she did admit to some wrongdoings. But how many other times in that document did she straight up just like make these weird assumptions and try to point the finger about stuff that was all just hearsay, or it was all just rumors, or it was just what she felt like might be true, right? So,
right.
I mean, like for me, like with Cinder, I feel like she never was gonna get canceled, regardless what happened, right?
Oh, for sure.
Like this wasn't like she doxed somebody or, is making racist memes or something like that, right? Like she lacked emotional intelligence and she didn't know how to deal with how she felt, like you said, right? And she let that really control a lot of her actions. But how she came back and how she was accusing Silvervale of just some wild stuff is like, or even like Shy Lily, like, oh, Shy Lily, is the orchestrator of everything.
So
I'm just like
speculation around Shy Lily.
Yeah, so much speculation.
And it's just, I feel like if she hadn't done any of that, she could have come back to streaming if she had just said, hey, I've taken some time. I admit that I fucked up. I'm gonna do better. And
yeah, that's all it should have been. That's all it should have been.
But she spent time making a 1,000-page document that, yes, she did admit to some wrongdoings, but it was, the majority of the document was, hey, yes, I did this bad thing, but here's why, so you can understand. So here's a justification. Here's like a.
It wasn't even just that. She would be like, yeah, here's what I did, but also like here's explaining why, and here's also something that they did that's totally not relevant. But by the way, they're worse than me. Like it was just like. It was like, girl, like, just you didn't need that whole document. It was so unneeded.
And so it's like, that's what's so hard, is that I think that, especially in a situation like that, like, there's room for grace. There's room for second chances, because that sort of feeling of jealousy, of, paranoia, of like, especially when you've made it so big, it can be a lot scarier to imagine how hard you can fall, right? So it's something that people can relate to. So it was disappointing, I think, more than anything, to see the way that she Bye, Cinder. See, it was disappointing to see the way that she came back, because and that's not to say that she still can't learn and grow at this point in time, but I don't blame anyone if they still continue to watch her, because at the end of the day, a lot of people view content creators as entertainment. They don't really there's two camps of, more than two camps of people, but it's like, hey, I watch you because I like you as a person, and therefore I like whatever content that you make, I'll support you. And there's people who are like, you're an entertainer, I don't really care about what you do in your personal life, I don't really care about behind the scenes, I'm gonna watch your content because I find it entertaining and I find it fun. So I don't blame anyone who still watches her by, at all. It's like you said, it's not like she had this crazy controversy.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it was nothing she was gonna get canceled over or deserve to be canceled over, right? Like, she was just like a bad friend, and she did it was
interpersonal.
She did some morally reprehensible stuff, and that was kind of it. Like, I've said the exact same thing. I'm like, I'm not here to like police you on who you Yeah, I'm gonna find where you live and I'm gonna eat all your cookies. I want you to know. I don't like. I'm not gonna police your interactions with her, or like if you.
I was hoping that it would get captured.
I'm not here to police if you watch her or anything like that. If you want to, that's your prerogative, right? I mean, I think that if you look at the document, she's clearly, didn't really learn, and hopefully she does in the future. But I mean, she's doing fine. She's still creating content. She's cooking.
Yeah, she's doing collabs and stuff.
I mean, again, she's doing some collabs. So it's not like everything's over for her, right? Like, I don't think she's hit the numbers that she used to hit, but I mean, like, honestly, like, it doesn't matter. And really, at the end of the day, too, like, for her as well, like, this is kind of like a redemption arc. Like, you could come back way stronger and better, So I just hope the best for her. Like, I choose not to interact with her because I just don't like how she is as a person, and that's my choice, right? But You know, again, I'm not here to be like, oh, well, how dare you fucking watch her, you degenerate. Like, no, do what you're gonna do.
Exactly. Like I mean, I've never been like a big streamer watcher either. I think like the biggest VTubers I really clue in for are, like, obviously Ironmouse for some of her special events, but like,
yeah,
I watched
absolutely.
Amelie when she did her Mass Effect playthrough. Dude, that was awesome. But yeah, most of the time I'm like, okay, well, Cinder isn't really in my circle, in my, you know, in my feed, so it's like, okay, people, like, again, she didn't do anything horrible. People can watch her. I don't care. I just, you know, and again, the best of luck to her. I'm hoping that, you know, with time, or maybe even behind closed doors, that she's able to mend some of the relationships, maybe, or maybe not. That's up to the people who are involved. But you know, it is what it is, and it be what it be.
Absolutely. You mentioned Ironmouse. Absolute queen. I love her. Her new song. I've been playing her new song a lot. That just came out. But I wanted to ask you, you probably know this has been going on recently, but Ironmouse has received the absolute just insane amount of hate. Ever since the Rakai stuff that happened, even before that, right? She's kind of got targeted hate, but now it's reached really a head where she has gotten to a point where not only, you know, she's getting this targeted hate, but people are actually attacking her well-being, her music as well. So, have you seen all this going down?
I have all of like the DMCA stuff, like the what is it, like the duplicate accounts? I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, they've been making like fake songs and including slurs in it and stuff, and getting it uploaded to her account.
It just, the question is why? Like, that's the biggest thing. I think people just love to hate someone just because of how big they are. Like, I don't know if it's jealousy. I don't know if it's like normie, like I don't think she deserves the platform that she has.
Yeah, it's absolute jealousy. It's always rooted in jealousy. When people have a problem with a larger creator, it's because they don't feel like they deserve it, but they never take the time to understand why they might be there. It's always out of jealousy every single time. I do love though, Samara, that she's clapped back so hard that she actually like broke a bunch of like records and stuff, because especially for her as well, with the songs blowing up. But yeah, like, it doesn't matter. You can be the best person in the world. You could be fucking Jesus Christ, a VTuber, and people will still come after you, you know, like.
It blows my mind, the millions of dollars, right, that she has raised for charity, and your contribution to this space is making horrible AI songs about her. Like, you couldn't have made horrible AI songs about anyone else. Or maybe just don't touch them at all. How about that?
Well, I don't know if you saw this, probably not, but we watched a video on stream that Kasahana put out, where he actually deep dived into some of these discords where these people were generating those songs and doing the hateful actions and stuff. And I mean, they're the worst of the worst. They're deplorable. I mean, it's the slurs and absolutely hateful stuff in there. You know, they're like, I hope I push Ironmouse down the stairs. I mean, just horrible, horrible stuff, you know. So these are the kind of people that just know life it, that want to attack her and just ruin, you know, what she has, which is really, really horrible to think again how somebody so pure and wonderful that has contributed so much to not only even our space, but to the well-being of many people out there through, you know, donating plasma and all of the money that she's raised. How could you possibly look at this person and be like, you know what? Let's fuck with them. Like, she literally has done nothing wrong at all.
And she's like, I think the first time that I had like really seen her, because people have like hated on Ironmouse for a while just because like, oh, her voice is annoying, or oh, like, or she's a, like, they just don't understand VTubing maybe. I can't.
Yeah, but my voice is annoying too. Like, fucking deal with it, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, well, no, sorry, my voice is modulated. Yeah, I forgot, my bad. Like,
the voice changer that you use, obviously.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, obviously.
But it's like, I hadn't seen Ironmouse get true hate from within the VTubing community until the Burnt Peanut stuff came out.
Yep.
And that was kind of wild. That was kind of wild to see, because again, I think that she just took the higher path. She's been in this space for who knows how. Like, what is she gonna say? She's gonna get. She's not in the position to spread hate. Like, that's just not what she is. So why would? Sorry, the Toby Maguire.
What's the problem? Oh, Toby, yeah, he's working overtime, you know. He's got a lot of stuff to hold together.
Want more pictures of Spider-Man?
This is the picture.
But that was wild to see, and so I am glad to see that she, like, this is like a battle that she's, because when she picks her battles, she wins them. I feel like more.
Oh
like, more
yeah,
often than
absolutely.
Not, right? So it's very rewarding to see people try and clap down on Ironmouse, and for her to come out all the better for it. But I cannot imagine the daily shit that girl has to go through day in and day out, of all the things that people try to attack her for, or like I don't know, like possible like DDoS attacks or like copyright strikes, and, like,
I'm
whatever
sure
they try
it's
to do
horrible,
for her.
dude. Like, I'm sure her lawyer team is like working overtime, you know. But yeah, there were really two big things for me, right? That kind of with Ironmouse. So one was the Rakai stuff where it came up, you know, and she was like, after she was like, yeah, like, you know, I didn't want to interact with him. I gave him a dumb answer. I was shaking because I had to deal with this guy. Well, also in the past, people never actually recognized that Rakai has seen hate towards her before. So this is totally a very warranted reaction from Ironmouse to be like, yeah, I don't want to interact with that guy. But also like you said with Burnt Peanut, really the thing was too is like, he's just giving him his flowers. Like, yes, this Burnt Peanut, has he done some stuff in the past that was not cool? Yes, absolutely. But it does seem like he course corrected, right? So like, I don't have a problem with the guy. I think that he's perfectly fine. I just think it was more about the controversy, and for the controversy of whether he was a VTuber or not, how poor the awards are ran, that she supported him winning, that a lot of people are like, blah, blah, blah. But like, dude, who cares? Like, he won.
Exactly.
You can't change that fact.
What is she gonna like? No, I was about to make a really bad joke.
Like, yeah, give me the award back. Like, it's over.
Yeah, it's like can we get a recount, please? No, it's not like that. It's like, what was she ever going to do other than accept it with grace, which is what she's always done ever. Like, she's not somebody who spreads hate. She's not someone who is going to bring other people down or have people's names in her mouth in a bad light. So, you know, that's, I don't know why people expected anything less from her, because ultimately just when you deal with that, it just creates more drama in the space. It creates more division. And if she were to have clapped back about the whole like VTubing space hate or whatever, like, I feel like I don't want to say she's the face of VTubing, but in a way she is. And I feel like she knows that in a lot of ways. So that's why she conducts herself so gracefully, so
I agree with that 100%. Like, she's not even the biggest VTuber, right? But she's certainly the face of VTubing. I agree with that, especially with how integrated she is with just regular culture. Like quote unquote, like normie culture, right? Like, I don't know, Mishi, if you go to fucking Hot Topic, you can buy an Ironmouse shirt. You know what I mean? Like,
wait, really? Dude, I haven't been out of the house.
Actually, I saw it the other day when I was shopping. I was like, well, I'm getting that. Like, but it's true.
That's really
like,
cool.
He's very integrated into a normal, non-bubbled VTuber culture, right? She collabs with, you know, Connor all the time. She opened up for the Streamer Awards with her concert. I mean, she's very integrated in a way that bigger streamers like Kurosama, for example, are not integrated, right? So
yeah,
I would very much argue she's the face of VTubing. Sorry, I give you a spiel. Please go ahead.
No, yeah, absolutely. But so I feel like that also plays into it, just because if she were to have engaged in any sort of negative way, people would have only looked down on the VTubing sphere even harder. People would have been taken that and been like, oh, see, we're right, the VTubing sphere is toxic, or the VTubing sphere blah 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 blah. So like, I feel like, what else was she supposed to do? She's always had her, you know, her head held high, and she gave Burnt Peanut his flowers. And the whole Rakai thing is, and I can only imagine if I were put in her shoes, of it's also hard, not even including their history, to be televised, right? Such a big event, and to have someone ask such personal questions about you, who is also a huge creator, and you can't
walk away.
You can't walk away
because the pressure is there. You cannot walk away from that, and that's what everybody said. They're like, walk away.
I would be shaking too, but again, I felt like that's like, bare minimum, like, you should know, or just like a courtesy, like, don't ask those kinds of questions. If you haven't seen a photo of her, if you don't know what she looks like, there's probably a reason for that, and all the time that she's been a VTuber. So like, yeah, if I were put on the spot like that in front of such a huge audience, yeah, especially with such a big creator who has such pull with his community, like, yeah, I would be shaking too. I would be incredibly nervous, and I don't blame her for that whatsoever. So to see her get any kind of hate like that was crazy.
Really too, people... like, there's a lot of social pressure as well, right? When you are a bigger streamer, right? And you're doing your thing. This person comes up to you and puts you in a situation. You walking away is actually worse, because then people are going to farm that in a way that's like there's some kind of intended problem, right? You know what I mean? So she was put in a really just tough situation, right? And I feel like she did with the best she could. Once it was done, there was no way she was going to win that, right? Like, it was a lose-lose. So, but for people to go as far as to actually try to affect her well-being, attacking her, the DMCs, also, of course, uploading these music with the slurs. I mean, like, I just can't imagine being a person like, you know what, that's what I want to do in my time. Like, it's just wild to me. I will never be able to empathize with that or understand, because
exactly.
I just can't think that way. I literally cannot.
I can relate to a lot of things. I can look at people's actions and I can see, okay, I can see how they would get there. I can understand how, like, these circumstances or these situations would lead them to begin to act like this. Even though I don't necessarily empathize with those exact feelings, I can understand it. This, I just don't get.
Yeah, it's being hateful to be hateful. And, like, the other thing, too, is, like, I think it, in a weird way, though, it did highlight a problem that a lot of people have, which is through Spotify, where people will just upload whatever they want, and it just gets added to artists without checking it. So, like, in a weird way, I'm kind of glad it happened, like, so that way it's being, like, addressed more. But, like, between Spotify and DistroKid and whoever else, like, guys, you gotta get a better system for that. That's ridiculous. Like, for me to be like,
crazy.
Oh my god, let me upload a song that's just, like, a bunch of slurs. That BB knows, like, fucking, like, page, like, that's crazy, dude. You know what I mean? Like, being able to do that.
Yeah, that part was good, because I know Spotify's already had some controversies in and of themselves in the past with, like, how they treat artists and their creators and stuff. So at least this they are fixing, and I'm glad to see that. But yeah, trying to affect someone's livelihood just for the sake of hate, because I feel like when it comes down to it, the kind of people who, like, hate that hard, they probably just lead very unhappy lives or miserable lives, and they just want to bring people down to their level because it's easier than however much effort it would take to better themselves.
Yep, absolutely. I have no other thing to add to that. Literally perfect.
I just don't know why Ironmouse. Because she's big? I don't know.
It's because she's big, and she's in a lot of ways, she's also very different. Even from VTubing, like, as a whole, right? Like, Ironmouse is a very unique voice, right? She's she's also, like, she has a lot of health issues as well. Like, I think that
she's a minority.
I don't know. I think, I mean, she's also very ingrained into normal culture as well. I think she stands apart even from VTubers as well. So I think because of that, because she's more mainstream, more people see her, she's permeated the VTuber bubble, right? So a lot of people see her, and because of that, she gets more targeted because of it.
Which definitely makes sense, but, I mean, again, I'm just so sad it happened to Mousy of all people. But again, at least, hopefully that issue on Spotify is preventing other people, because at her size, I'm hoping that she can, like, when an issue comes up, hopefully, like, the platforms that sponsor her and host her content are quicker to deal with it, because I think a lot of the problems for smaller creators, especially when it comes to YouTube of all places, is trying to get a human response to be like, hi, this thing happened, please.
Oh yeah, Michi, I still haven't got a human response for 3 weeks later about my YouTube issues. 3 weeks, chat. I've been waiting for a fucking answer.
100%. So like if it had happened to like a smaller indie creator who, you know, doesn't have the same viewership, I can't even imagine how long. Like there are people I know on Twitch who have had view botting issues for months, like months upon months upon months, and they've just never, no response, no nothing. So on Spotify, if they had like those kind of Gen AI songs like constantly being uploaded to their profile, like how long would it have taken them to get a response? So in this way, at the very least, like Mousy is able to enact change that benefits other VTubers as well. And again, a lot of her stuff blew up more because of it. So despite the headache, hopefully she still came out with something to have been gained from it.
Yeah, I am really happy about that. The fact that she actually did come out on top, because I was a little bit worried about her, like actually hitting her charts, right? Like hitting her in the numbers, but it really didn't. Like she came out right on top of it. So, you know, that's what you get, haters. Yeah, Tyga's still waiting on their fucking YouTube response. Has it been like 3 years now? Like, yeah, absolutely crazy. So, Tyga is a indie creator. They had about well over 100,000 subscribers. Just straight up just deleted their channel one day. Like boop, it's gone. Yep. No more YouTube bullshit. So,
adios.
It sucks, dude. But the one awesome thing for Mouse here is she did benefit in a big way from that hate, right? Because even if you get hate watchers or support, you still get support, right? So you are getting a benefit. As many people probably listen to that song to like be like make fun of it or whatever, well, you still listen to it, so she still got her money, right? So, but what does suck, you know, this is a little bit more of kind of rumor mill chat. This isn't like confirmed or anything, but I don't think that Mousy is actually going to get her money back from VShojo. Unfortunately, what it's looking like is Gunrun was able to actually file for his bankruptcy, which means that because of that, they were not able to stop him from filing with court proceedings. So I can take this with a grain of salt. This is only something I've seen and kind of heard a little bit of. But allegedly, she's not going to be able to get anything back from the VShojo stuff, which does suck. And that goes for everybody, by the way. That's not just Mousy. That's everybody. So,
and damn, it's so hard. You know, at the very least, I'm hoping that the whole VShojo thing, because we've seen, I mean, between Niji just in and of themselves, but like a lot of the other.
Oh, don't get me fucking started. I need to Sanji. Like, I will fucking rant for hours.
It's but like,
oh no,
I will say a lot of people I think had this sort of head in the clouds, like, you know, rose tinted glasses view of like corpos and organizations and stuff like that. So it's like, oh, here we're opening. A lot of people are a lot more skeptical now. They're asking the right questions, and it's, hey, we're accepting talent. It's like, can we see your business structure? Can we make sure that things make sense now? How is it happening? What's the split? Like, people are actually asking good questions, and I hope that gives people who would think about opening agencies. Speaking of, very excited for your waifu. Very excited for that.
Thank you. Yes. I just want to make a group of people just gonna hang out, make some content with, you know. So
100%.
I'm excited for it. Wait, no, you're absolutely right. I mean, I preach this all the time to my chat, but I'm like, guys, get it in writing, get it in a fucking contract. If somebody promised you to the world, they need to write it down with their signature. It needs to be in a contract. Like, but it's true. People get taken advantage of, and I don't think I don't know if you're watching at this time or anything, but I spoke to a former VShojo staff. I had somebody pass along information to me anonymously that I shared with everybody early on. And it was, you know, talking to them, it was dark, dude. It was really sad to hear what was going on behind the scenes. And even some of the information I still can't share with you guys to this day, right? But, you know, what they did allow me to share, it was really upsetting. It was disturbing, right? So, I hope, as sad as it is, like you said, I do hope it is a bit of a lesson to check what you're getting yourself into, because as much as it might seem like everybody has your best spots in mind, half the time they kind of don't. People take advantage of you all the time, and it's really sad. And you know, I co-own a merchandise company, right? We put out merch all the time for other creators as well. You know, that's also returned to them. I have questions for them just as much as they have for me. You know, like I want to make sure that when you guys get merch with us, that you're safe, right? But also, like, I got to make sure that you're gonna do your part as well. So, you know, it's we need to have those very open conversations as business partners. And I just, like you said, it felt very just kind of sunshine and rainbows for a long time. I mean, God, I even wanted to be part of V-Shoujo. That was the dream, you know? Like, oh my God, V-Shoujo was the best of the best, you know? Like, oh my God, they have all of it. Like, nah, dude, they had
Especially
nothing.
with how many people they had who stayed silent for so long. It's like, how could anyone have known? How could anyone have known that, like, all that stuff was happening? So yeah, and again, same thing on the business side for anyone who's like, oh, I would love to open a company, hopefully, or like I'd love to open like an organization or like anything like that. It's like, hopefully that is like a learning lesson for you guys to be like, oh, okay, I do actually need to think very hard about the logistics, about where money's coming from, because at the end of the day, it's a business and you can't support your talents if you're not supporting yourselves. And like the business, if you're not bringing in revenue and stuff like that. But I hate that once again, it really comes down to, if it seems too good to be true, it just might be.
Well, and I can tell as well, with the way that you talk, that you've had a lot of engagings as a business professional, right? I don't know what field that you work in, right? But I can clearly tell that you have engaged in a professional manner, right? And I feel like a lot, unfortunately, of the VTuber community, right? A lot of creators as well, we're all very young and we haven't had that professional dealings, right? Or that experience.
Yeah,
like I have. I've been very lucky to have that experience, right, at a younger age, but not everybody's so fortunate, right? So people don't really know how to deal with this kind of stuff, right? They just hop right into it and they're like, yippee-ki-yay, let's fucking go. Like, where it's like, you don't know what to look for or 100%. What questions to ask or anything like that. And then people get taken advantage of, and we see exactly what happened, you know?
Yep, absolutely. But yeah, as a hag of 30 years,
but you're not a hag. What do you mean? You're not even a hag.
As a hag, I can't say am I a MILF-tuber if my kids are furry? If I have 2 dogs, do I still count as a MILF-tuber?
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Let's fucking go. But yeah, I don't mind saying, I talk about it all the time. I work in the clinical research field. Specifically, I work right now in a cancer center. So I actually worked on the COVID vaccines. I was seeing patients, giving people the earliest versions of like the Pfizer vaccine and then the J&J vaccine. So I was on the ground early days. Oh my God!
So you're the one that put the trackers in our body.
I did.
It was you. It was you. I should have believed the anti-vaxxers.
The number of people who came in and they're like, okay. They're trying to get me to like spill conspiracies, like how many people have died from this.
5G.
And I'm like, none. They're like, no, but really, you can tell me. And I'm like, no, there's no one has been. No, it's not like that. Like, you're also actively. I'm putting this in your arm right now. Why are you asking me this now? How many people have died? None. Calm down. But yeah,
the government's trying to hypnotize us.
Yeah, I've worked in the, I was also a project manager for a while, and I work a lot with budgets and contracts. So especially, oh my God, someone said it earlier before you sign anything, if you don't understand legalese, and even if the contract is fairly easy for you to read, there's very specific legal terms that you need to spend. There are plenty of websites you can send a contract to a lawyer for like $75, and I guarantee you're like, $75, that's a lot of money. It's a lot less than the money that you might be losing or sacrificing as part of a really bad deal. I just please, before you sign anything, not only get it in writing, make sure you get it in writing, but before you sign any contract, please have a lawyer look it over. I can say that for sure. As someone who works with contracts and deals with legal clauses, please do so.
Yep. Same here, guys. Like, I do not I will not work with you until we sign a contract, right? And that's for your protection as well, right? Like, I want you to get what I owe you, right? If I'm working with you, if you're getting merch, we need to make sure we promise you certain things and uphold our end as well. So it's not just for us to be like, we're going to take advantage of you. Like, no, we want to protect you as well. So, but like she said, just read stuff over. Well, I can't believe you turned the frogs gay. What the hell, Michi?
Frogs, hey, the frogs were ready to come out of the closet anyway. I just gave them the opening, okay? It's been,
That's right.
We haven't been
It all makes sense,
frog pride.
COVID-19. It was just a cover-up for the gay frogs. It's all making sense.
The next Pride March is just gonna be a bunch of amphibians. We should support them. Support the gay frogs.
That's
What do
right.
you mean? Oh, we didn't turn the frogs gay. So what if we did? Support them. Frog Pride. Hashtag Frog Pride.
Frog Pride. I can't wait to see just a fucking pride like a pride like flag, and then there's a frog right in the middle, like to the left. Hell
Exactly. But I think that's also what is like so hurtful, because everyone knew. I think a lot of like Lee Legal talked about it too, that the only way out of his obligations was bankruptcy. So the fact that he went ahead and moved forward with those motions, damn, it really sucks. And I don't know
Rima,
if you know
what's up,
this.
cutie?
Hi,
Oh my
Rima,
God!
good to see
Speaking
you.
of news,
Yeah, I know.
What's up, Rima? How are you? We're yip yapping today. We're talking about the Black
Frog
Vtuber
Pride.
awards and Powder and Ironmouse haters and Filian and all that crazy stuff. How are you, cutie?
But oh crap. Do you remember, so apart from like the money that is owed, I don't remember what the resolution was or if there was any about the donation money that
There's no
was kept
resolution
from-
currently right now. I mean, I know the Ironmouse raised a bunch. Everybody got together and, returned it back.
yeah.
I think, 2 or 3-fold? It was quite a lot, but, no, maybe even more than that. Might have been like 5-fold. It was a lot.
It was
a lot.
insane. It was beautiful to see in the moment.
Oh
but-
yeah. So I mean, I even did like an event too, so we could try to help raise a little bit. But yeah, I think there was no official resolution. Again, I think that gun run really shed all of that by getting with that bankruptcy, getting that approved. So again, we don't know 100%. Obviously, there might be some legal proceeding, but from what I had seen early on, it's not looking too positive. So,
well, at the very least, with the bankruptcy, and I might be wrong on this, don't listen to me, but with the bankruptcy, I'm pretty sure that that's like the official end of all of like the NDAs, so that people can speak out as much as they want about what actually happened behind closed doors.
Nobody said anything, so maybe there is a little bit in it. I mean, we just don't really have anything to go off of. That's the problem, right? Like, we only have these little tiny bits of stuff.
Exactly. I wouldn't blame them if they're like, that chapter of my life is closed. I've dealt with it. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to put effort or put it into my brain anymore. So I wouldn't blame them for that too. Because I know I think at least one person was like, I'm done with Shoujo. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Nah, that's me with the Cinder stuff. I'm like, dude, I never want to hear the name Cinder ever again. Like, dude, I'm just over it. I've read the document so many times, and it's just,
I think the reason it blew up so bad is because it was the first big, like, it was like the biggest controversy of someone who was her size or bigger. I can't think of any
especially
other...
indie, right? Like, well,
yeah.
I mean, we have like the stuff with like Sullen, Doki Bird, so I would say indie specifically, right? But it was also the first time as well, like, well, I don't want to say exactly this, but like, I feel like a lot of people looked up to Cinder. It was definitely a shattering of expectations, right? I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. The few times I watched Cinder, I kind of got a vibe, but that's just me reading the room, right? I was kind of like, yeah, there's probably more to this person, but, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think that it shattered a lot of people's expectations. I mean, people were devastated, dude. I remember Pyro Pups coming to my stream and they're like, I just can't believe she did this. Like, I threw in my merch.
People were burning
it was
her
sad.
merch on Twitter. Like, people were like, and everyone was like, they were burning her. Like, remember, I think I saw a video of someone flushing something down a toilet, and I was like, just go donate it. Just flood the Goodwills. You let it go somewhere else at least. Yeah, that was, I can definitely, I had a thought and then my brain just let it go.
No, you
yeah, you said that you got a vibe. For me, what's really hard, I'm ADHD. I'm in the autistic part of me is like I don't get vibes from people very well.
Gotcha.
So there's like I'll be like, oh my god, I love this person, and then one of my friends will be like, oh, you shouldn't. Maybe think twice about it, sweet pea. Maybe just do a little bit more research. And I go, oh really? And they'll send me a clip, and I'll go,
oh, yeah.
Okay. No, I got it. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for educating me.
Yeah. I do want to, funny you mentioned that. I do want to talk about that here for a second. Where does the milk come from? A fucking cow. Where do you think it comes from? Like, it's organic. I can't promise anything here. I do see a lot of people, specifically on Twitter, just in general. I think that, Hilo talked about this. There's this other VTuber that recently graduated from Mythos. Her name is Hades. Totally unrelated to Hilo, though. Definitely not the same person or related at all in any way, shape, or form. But,
of course not, no.
I heard them talk about how people will listen to what people have to say and just take it as fact without looking at it, right? And it happens a lot. And it's really sad because, you know what, it kind of plays into that fact that, like, oh, people are successful and so they want to bring them down. Where people would constantly do this thing where they're like, oh, yeah. Oh my God, this person killed my puppy, block them, right? And they're like, oh my God, how can they do this? And then they won't look into anything. And I think it's important, especially when people say this kind of stuff, right, chat, that you actually look for proof. Or if somebody on Twitter is like, oh, free block list, like, well, why? You know what I mean? Like, ask the questions.
Yes. I think that there's not enough of that. I think we talked about that a little bit earlier. People just taking headlines, taking things at face value and being like, oh, really? I didn't know that. Okay, that's locked into my brain now. But I also feel like, especially with that kind of thing, it can be hard because you can have a personal grievance with someone that no one else has. Like maybe you two just had bad beef. And maybe for whatever reason, maybe it was an anomaly, maybe it was a one-off. And so it's like your experience with someone is not everyone's experience. And it can be hard to give like blanket statements like that and be like, this person is horrible, this person is bad. And it's like, maybe you just had a bad experience and, that experience is still valid, but it's not, I think me just personally, man, can you stop being silly? I'm in a very important meeting right now.
Is it your favorite baby?
Yes, so she discovered the toy that I had hidden away. The little chicken. You might hear a squeak. If I hear the chicken squeak, I will take it away.
Squeak away.
But yeah, so I think that I don't like dictating other people's actions. I think that one of the reasons that I like your content a lot is because it's like, here are the facts, here's my opinion, do with it what you want. I'm not going to police what you do, but I'm just bringing you information in a way that is hopefully as, unbiased and objective as possible. And I think that we need to have more media literacy and more doubt. You should be doubting things more. You should be skeptical.
Absolutely.
You should be skeptical. Introduce skepticism into your life with everything.
What do you mean? What do you mean this AI news system isn't real?
Dude,
what are you doing?
But
you're so right. And I do appreciate what you had to say. I really do appreciate that because I do try to do my best. But I also at the same time, I understand we're all individuals and we're all humans, right? So I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, you have to feel this way about something because we all feel different about everything, right? Well, I've had problems with people, and I don't try to get in the way of anybody's friendships with those people, right? I don't try to bring them down or anything, right? That's my personal grievance with those people, and that's it, right? We can go our separate ways, and that should be the end of it, right? I don't need to try to air that out and put that on other people. If they, want to still be friends with them, that's cool, right? Why does my problem always need to be everybody else's problem? It doesn't. It doesn't have to be. So just don't make it that way. But then now we're in such a culture where people go, oh, but yeah, I can get some clout if I try to bring them down or cancel them. So here's my experience, hard. Google Docky.
Every single Google Doc that could have been a DM, it really reads like this could have been an email. There's so many Google Docs. I'm like, please. I understand too that it's really hard to it's harder navigating online relationships and friendships than it is personal ones because tone and like etiquette can be harder. But even still, I feel like people have I think it goes back to lack of like grace. I think what it is, it's a lack of wanting confrontation. It is a fear of confrontation when it comes to stuff like that. Nobody wants to be. We all like talking about drama. We don't like to be the drama.
That's true.
Well, some of us.
Yeah.
Maybe some people might.
Dude, like, everybody wants to kind of orbit it, right? But the second that you're about it, it's very like problematic. I'll give you a good example of that. Actually, that reminds me of something. I'd love to hear your thoughts about it, just because it's kind of nuanced, right? So, I had a person that was orbited me, right, and kind of engaged in my stuff, so on and so forth, right? They would engage with my news things, so on and so forth, right? So then they had drama that was about them, and I got really upset that I covered the drama about them, and I was kind of like, yeah, but you engage with it all the time. But also they were like, well, I didn't give you permission to cover my stuff. And I'm like, well, but you posted it on Twitter, so
you can't take photos of me. Man, this is a public street.
It's like, why do we need
in the middle
permission
of
to
the
cover
road.
something that's completely public? So
if I ever have a Google Doc released on me, I'll be in your chat being, damn, that bitch sucks. Dude, that's awful. What did she say that for?
Dude, like, I encourage anybody, like, I've said this, like, if you have something you need to send it to me, like, I'm more than happy to look at it and stuff like that, but I think people need to understand that, within the sphere as well, it's like, if you put stuff out there is no such thing as it left my circle, because you put it out there, it's everywhere, but on top of that, too, like, you also can't get mad about people fucking covering your public information. Like,
no, if
it's wild to me.
Do you remember once upon a time there was a concept of an internet footprint and people were like, be careful what you put on the internet.
Yes.
Be careful.
Yep. I thank my dad every single day. When I was in middle school, high school, I wanted to post pictures of me and my Lolita stuff. And my dad said, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. So I didn't do it. And I'm so glad that shit is not out there anymore. Like, oh my God.
I think there are videos and stuff of me. Luckily, my dad, he was a law enforcement officer once upon a time, and so he was very protective of
absolutely.
Things that he didn't let me play online games. I didn't have gamer friends until I became a VTuber.
That's crazy. But like, honestly, like, he has a point.
Yeah. So, like, I was not introduced to any cool slurs at the age of, like, 11 going into a Val lobby. So, I mean, that part I definitely appreciate. But yeah, I'm glad that when I grew up, there was a lack of, like, I had a fucking, like, not even the Razor flip phone. I wasn't even cool enough. I had the Nokia flip phone kind of shit. So, I missed a lot of that cringe era where you start forming opinions, right? And they're all wrong. They're gonna change eventually. So I missed a lot of that. But yeah, now the VTuber footprint doesn't exist. Or I'm sorry, it does exist, and people need to remember that there is a footprint that exists. Your entire Twitter history is basically publicly available, and the things that you put out there as a content creator, it's your voice, whether or not you intend for other, but it's in my circle. It doesn't matter. You're a content creator. People are going to view your content. People are going to comment on it. You're putting out there for the public eye, and it sucks that even now, sometimes you have to be careful, like, you have to think about what you say in DMs, and because a lot of people talk in DMs, and those are private conversations, which are a little bit more nuanced of a conversation, but especially if it's like with like really close friends and stuff like that. But I think
real, I do not type anything in DMs that is like mega important. I'd be like, you know what? I will call you. Let me call you, and I'll share with you this information. But I don't even type that shit out anymore. Because you never know. Somebody will be like, you know what? I don't like you anymore, and then they'll just drop some DMs or something. And it's not to be like, I don't trust people, right? Like, I totally didn't ask for MISCHI's feet pictures in our DMs or anything. Like, I wouldn't do that, right? Because I would just ask her on a voice call. But you just never know, chat. You have to be skeptical. Like, I don't know. Everybody takes everything at face value all the time.
Yeah, and it's like another thing I think when we were talking about powder, I think it ultimately comes back to, radars!
Hey, Nurse, thank you for the raid. What's up, Kitty? How are you? We're talking about all kinds of VTuber news stuff. We're talking about people getting upset about covering free information, but welcome in, Kitty. How are you? Hope you had a great stream today. Tell me all about it.
Oh, crap. But, oh, yeah, I think when we were talking about powder, I think it comes back to, again, like, what is your brand? What is your identity? What do you want to be associated with? Like, because I feel like there's your basic level of kiki that you do with your friends, and then there's like a pattern of like talking shit about people. Are you gonna be a shit talker? Are you gonna be someone who does this? You just have to be mindful, not only of like the stuff that you put out there as a content creator, but you know, be mindful of your own habits, because your fun fact about psychology, your brain loves familiarity. So when you think negative thoughts, it's like a cyclical pattern. It can be harder to break out of that. So the more that you engage in a behavior, the more that you engage in a certain type of or pattern of thinking, the more solidified that pattern is in your brain. So when you have healthy habits, when you have healthy behaviors and healthy methods of communication, trust me, it works out a lot better in the long run.
So you're saying my caffeine addiction is my fault? How could you say this to my face? We painted white piece of red our weekly art challenge. Oh, nice, Nurse. Thank you so much for the raid, sweetheart. I really do appreciate you. That sounds awesome. You're telling me that I created this loop?
I didn't say that.
I can't believe this. I can't believe this, guys. I can't believe I'm being attacked on my own stream.
Listen, I'm a tea superiority person. Okay, give me my green tea. Give me my matcha. Oh, my Lonnie.
Give me my Monster and Gamer subs and coffee.
I feel like if I drink a Monster, it turns me into a monster.
Well, one time I drank a Monster, 2 coffees, and a quadruple Gamer subs all within 24 hours.
It hurts. It hurts. I feel like there was.
What do you mean it hurts? I could do anything, Michi. I could fly.
There was one time we had this guy come in who was just getting a vaccine. It was for a vaccine trial. And you know what his blood pressure was? It was let's see, because the regular is like 120 over 180. It was like 210 over something. And we were like, sir, you can't participate in this trial. We need to, 120 over 80, sorry, yeah. The top number was 210. The top number was 210. And we're like, we need to call you an ambulance. He says, oh no, I'm just gonna leave. And I said, sir, we cannot let you leave.
We actually can't.
I can only imagine what your blood pressure was when you went in. And your doctor was like, Laura, we need to have a
Actually, my blood pressure wasn't bad. It was just like, he's like, yeah, you need to reduce your caffeine, but it wasn't that bad. I didn't tell him about that time I, plus ultra, but you don't want to talk about that. Yep. Like, I had a lot of stuff I need to get done, Chad, okay? I'm not addicted to caffeine and I don't have a problem. Oh my god. That's all I do, 3 triple Gamer sub scoops per bottle. At least 3 times a day. We see him 9 scoops? What the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
But I know a lot of VTubers and their communities don't have health insurance, but dear God, go see a doctor. Once a year, please. Pay the deductible, pay the copay, or don't pay it. Let it go to collections. I don't care. Go see a doctor.
Dude, I'm so lucky my partner has insurance because I'd be so fucked.
Yep.
Oh my god. Guys, just whatever you put out on the internet, like, be careful because people will look at it. We will absorb it. Like me, for somebody that goes over news, if you put that out there, I might cover it. Like, there's a decent, like, bit that might happen, right? And always know I'll engage with in good faith. And for my own, like, morals, like, if you ask me not to cover it, I will absolutely not cover it, right? Because I do believe that if you request that, I would absolutely honor that for you, right? I will always live by that, because I promise you that. But I also don't owe you that either, so please be reminded that.
If I say some
if you're putting
shit
out there, anybody can talk about it.
Pedal on the gas. If I say anything like that, just fucking rip it. I
got you. Holy chat. Thank you again, Nurse, for the raid. I appreciate you. And chat, thank you for being here. I know this was the first time we kind of did something like this, so I really hope you enjoyed it because I really enjoyed just sitting here yapping with you for a while. This has been great.
Fun.
I don't really get to do this much often anymore, just because chat keeps throwing me off the screen. Chat, and also because it's hard to find people to talk about subjects like this, right? Like it's a little bit more serious. It's a little bit more nuanced. It's a little bit more in depth. So I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to come yap about this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. My favorite kind of streams are when the stream doesn't really feel like a stream; it just feels like a conversation with with
exactly.
other creators.
Dude, I just looked down. I'm like, we've been going 3 hours. What the fuck?
It just feels like we're on a it feels like a apart from all of the being yeeted and the titty pokes. It's like feels like just like a Discord call. But yeah, no, this has been great. Thank you so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. I know, right now, Chris, I'm like, it's been 3 hours. What the fuck? I hope all of you, if you actually click on the description, you can see Mischi's name. You can click on it. You can go follow her. If you don't follow her, well, I am an elf. I do got the hookups with Santa. You will go on the naughty list. So you. What the fuck is this? What the hell is this? What the fuck? Chat, you can't put us in the fucking mirror dimension. What the hell is this? No, I don't want to be here, chat. I forget I have so many fucking weird ass redeems on my stuff. What is this one? Oh yeah, that one. The candlelight one.
That one's actually Hang on, I have to try it.
Yeah, no,
what does that look like?
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, dude. No, when in chat, when are you gonna commission one of those for me? When am I gonna get one of those? Oh my god, Bibo's last stream was so funny. She was doing stuff with Bay and Maury, and they were singing songs, and Maury's just like, I just want to be part of your, and Bibo's like, Skippity, will you hold your gap for me?
Bibo's
I love her.
Bibo's so unironically funny too sometimes.
Bro, she's so cringe, but in the best way possible.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I love that about her. So, well, thank you so much, Ian Mishi, for joining me. I'm just yapping about stuff. This was so much fun. Like I said, it was great to talk to you. I think that you are absolutely wonderful, and it was good to get to poke you about some questions and get to know you more too. So, hope we can hang out again.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to see some more of these segments because I love, like I said, I love your content. I love yippee yapping and just chatting. So, yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It's been a pleasure, and yeah, I hope we get to do more stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I think I want to do these more, chat. Did you enjoy this? Did you like this? I know the time was maybe I'll do it in the morning or something, but I don't know. We'll see. Did you guys enjoy it? I would love to know. Let me know. Shoot me a comment. Don't shoot me a DM because I don't want to talk to you in DMs, but maybe let me know in the Discord or something like that. That'd be super cool. So we'll love to hear from you guys. So I thought there'd be more cats. Why would there be cats?
I thought there would be more
I'm not getting you a cat. What are you talking about? Oh my god. I think we're gonna go raid Apollo. She does have a new model, so you guys should definitely go give her some love. Yeah, thank you all for being here. Appreciate you all. Please have a lovely, amazing rest of your evening. And I'll see you guys around, okay? I'm gonna go have burgers. I'm very excited.
Burger sounds so good. My dog has been licking my calves for the last 10 minutes. I'm gonna go wash my legs.
Oh, what a sweetheart. All right, cuties. I'm looking forward to hanging out with you later, Mishi. Where's the block button, though?
God, I knew it.
Bye, YouTube. I'll see you guys later. Bye, Twitch.
You
Have
guys all have a
fun.
wonderful day.
Take care of the Apollo.